Welcome to Dungeons and Chickens, the podcast where chickens fight back, episode 6.
Woohoo!
Woo!
R2D2 has joined the party.
R2D2's.
Well, R2D2.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. There we go. That's mine was kind of anemic, but that was yours was a lot better. All right. So last time we had the Halloween special. So just to remind all viewers, the Halloween special will count as part of a continuation of the story, as if it were not made clear last time. And so our characters will be picking up last time as they went off, and they're back basically where episode 5 left off, with just a bit more information at their disposal. And so last time our heroes found themselves. So they were in the courtroom of Arganon Woodway. Arganon Woodway found himself interested by your company and told Beatrix to do something. And then so you guys, essentially, Beatrix stood up and casted what seemed to be like a spell on you guys. This spell seemed to crumble the world around you, and you guys fell through the floor onto what seemed like another vision. And although it was pretty, you guys didn't know what the hell just happened. You guys found yourselves in the middle of a dark forest surrounded by eyes looking at you, fog covering the ground, and various things. Along the way, after you guys walked through the forest for a little bit and continued on your way, wondering what the hell just happened, you guys met Humorous Marrow, a mysterious character that you, this is the first time you've met him, and you guys, basically, he was there to escort you guys on your way to the end of this vision. At least that's what he said. At least that's what he said he would do. And so after doing that, you guys followed him, and after a few chess shenanigans, you guys head your way into a mysterious cave that he said he was supposed to guide you to. As he was guiding you guys there, you guys each noticed, and as you guys all went around and looked in the cave, you guys noticed that each one of you were separated from one another, but you were standing in the exact same spot. So you guys were placed in like the same area, but you guys could not see each other. And each of you had to fight certain visions, each one personal to you. After beating these visions, it turned out to be Onis that managed to use their arcane abilities to disguise themselves. You met with Humorous Marrow once more, and he brought you back to Arganon Woodway and Beatrix, where you're standing initially. You guys, after you shake Humorous Marrow's hand, Lyris, all of you guys are teleported, and you guys find yourselves in the same sort of marble and wooden mix. You see Arganon sitting on his chair, Beatrix looking a bit worried at all of you guys, and you guys all seem to be still in front of all three of them, and if not a bit confused, you're kind of like standing back up after being what seemed like knocked out, basically. So with that being said, Arganon basically looks at you guys, and he says, "How interesting."
Fuck you.
Standard.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll kind of like stand up. I'm assuming I'd have been like lying down or on my knee or something, and be like, I'm just gonna look him right in the eye and be like, "What was that?"
Well, to be fair, I thought you'd be dead. And he looks at Beatrix and he says, "Shame on you for that." And he stands up and he actually goes and he slaps her across the face.
You fucking what, mate?
And she just goes, and she goes, and she kind of looks towards you, and she looks towards Beatrix and she says, and she mouths, "I'm sorry."
Okay, right. Delilah is even though she just renounced her entire family last episode, she's still fucking pissed at that. So yeah, she readies her fucking quarterstaff and she glares fucking daggers at Arganon, and Saul is like cawing away like like constantly. He's being a little fucking shit right now.
Yeah, he's being very noisy.
Yeah.
And so he says, "Thank you for meeting my acquaintance. I see you're familiar with Beatrix yourself."
Yeah, no fucking shit, mate.
I kind of turn to Delilah. Is this her?
Well, yes. You can't see the family resemblance? I.e., no, you can't.
Cannot. You can't. No, you can't.
Lyra sort of like looks like between them, like left, right, and she kind of looks at her and shrugs. I turn back to Arganon and go, that lady, she doesn't belong to you. All we want is to walk out with her. And by the looks of it, she doesn't need to be under your care.
However, you can see now why I found your sister quite interesting. I noticed her in Thessagia when I visited for a trade deal with the king to normalize relations with him, since we had a bit of a stint under the table dealings with going on with our harbors. As a man of religion, I went to the Church of the Shar in Thessagia, home to one of the largest churches in Ufros. I knew the priest at the church, Beatrix's, and your father. And he says, a brilliant man, always made sure that his sermons reached the heart of the people that he visited, or that visited his church. Then, at the sermon that I particularly attended, I saw Beatrix at the front of the church, listening to her father preach, but with a slight look of disdain, which I was surprised to see, as a sermon that was supposed to invoke sort of joy from the people. After the sermon was over, after a few days later, while I was finishing up relations here, I was told Beatrix that, as I found her name to be, ran away from the church and her father to assumably start a new life. However, that was years ago. And then when I eventually returned to Valyrian, I was minding my own business, and then 2 months ago, I saw her working as a ship hand, just trying to hide in some sort of disguise for some lowly traders. I approached her to offer some work as a servant in my manor and provide her good pay and be able to maintain her cover as well. When she refused, I tried to bring her back forcefully, and as we tried to apprehend her, she used the magic similar to what she used on you. However, the guards that she used went mad. They started drooling and started having what we assume would be seizures and died. However, whenever we did manage to apprehend her, I managed to go and research her. And I've been researching her for some time, and her magical abilities that I don't even understand my own self, and I'm sure that many don't either. And so she serves as a servant in my manor while I get to research her and discover what kind of magic she has. So I'm assuming, no, you may not have her.
Oh, I wasn't asking. I'm taking her.
You're welcome to try, but I don't think she wants to leave. And you kind of look at her, and she says, she kind of shakes her head and kind of like grits her teeth a little bit as to say, just stop for a second. Stop.
No.
So
just a general no with a little heart at the end.
So I kind of like Lyra is spotting kind of the bit of the tension, kind of puts one hand in front of Delilah as if to trying to kind of in a way of say, hold up 1 second. Again, look at Arganon and say, you've got quite a lot of guards around here, and you seem to have quite a hold down on this place. If you wanted us dead, you would have had us dead by now. I don't doubt that. You'd have tried. But I'm guessing the reason why you've kept us here is probably because you have something you need from us. Maybe we can work out a deal.
I need your help researching her.
Oh,
I need your help figuring out where her power stems from, because certainly me investigating her powers on my own has not turned out to be much.
What's your interest in her powers? What's your end goal here?
Like any man, any reasonable man in this world, or woman, power. I want to be able to take the world and bend it to my own will, and to be able to grasp it and do anything I want with it. And her power isn't like nothing like I've ever seen. I believe it has the potential to do anything.
Well, I mean, and I kind of look around myself. It appears that you've already got enough marble that any man could ever need. What more power do you want? And kind of like nudge the others with a little.
Alora glares at him.
Delilah is a little bit
not
too.
the time.
Yeah, Delilah's a little bit too mad to really respond.
But in all seriousness, Arganon, if that's how you say your name, I apologize. You don't seem to be a man that needs much more in life. You seem pretty powerful. I mean, even just word up north was that you were the most powerful residents in this region. What exactly would you need us to do in terms of researching her? Have you tried just asking her?
I've tried. And he goes and he looks at her, and she kind of looks like worried. She kind of has a blank expression on her face, but she's kind of like as if she's trying to keep her composure, basically. And he says, she doesn't know either. The source of her power is unknown to her and me. And so I've been trying to do my best to figure out what she can and can't do. She can't activate her powers on will. Although, this time when she actually did try and use her powers, it actually worked on you, which I find very interesting.
So get to the point here. What exactly do you need us to do to research her? What is it that we can do that you can't?
Well, see, I'm a man of business. Business people can't exactly go and do whatever they want. I must go, and I must continue my business here. I require all of you to bring you and your sister, and I need you to go, and I need you to go and research her powers some other way. I believe your friends here already know. Do they know the nature of this power? And he kind of looks at Agora and Delilah, and he says, "You seem to be familiar in the arcane. Do you recognize any of this power she has?"
I'm guessing I'm going to have to do an Arcana check or something.
Yeah, can I do an Arcana check?
Agora, you rolled a good Arcana check, if you remember from last time.
Oh, fuck. No, what did we roll? No!
Aurora was able to. You rolled low because you were trying to just.
Sorry, just quickly. I've scrolled up. Delilah rolled 23 on Arcana.
Was that when was that?
Oh no, that was in the Halloween episode. Ignore me.
No, that was like back in the store, I think.
But like there, I remember Aurora rolled an Arcana check to see what I think she rolled like a 15, and then Delilah rolled lower than that, and so, he says, and he kind of looks at Aurora. What do you think the magic is?
I don't know. Don't look at me.
I don't know. In this case, you can remember. You remember hearing the fact that you recognized her powers as being something you have never seen before, that is not really teachable now, or what you've ever seen at some kind of school or magic academy, and you can recognize the power as something ancient, or at least something that was old of origin. And this magic isn't really practiced anymore. That's what you picked up from last time.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
And I proceed to roleplay it.
And I say exactly what the DM said. Yeah, okay. Let me try and put that into a roleplay perspective. Give me a second, brain. Okay, Alora, what's his name?
Arganon.
Arganon. She looks at him, and obviously she's still quite traumatized, so she's like quite angry. And she says to him, I don't really know what sort of magic this is, but I know that it's unteachable, and it must be something ancient.
Precisely. What do you exactly know about the old world? If you guys can all roll a history check if you want.
Yeah.
Or sorry, just roll a history check.
3.
Let's go.
12. What the fuck? What happened to my fucking +5 advantage, guys? What the fuck? Oh.
5 as well.
Well, I win.
Nothing.
I can't remember fucking yesterday, mate. Don't know why you're asking me.
All right, so everybody else, Lyris and Aurora, the old world has never really been explained to you. Lyris, you were too busy training and basically being in the Steel Fist Legion, and Aurora, you're busy trying to fend for yourself, kind of thing. So the books never really interest you. But Delilah, in your studies and looking at books in your time in Thessagia, you've been able to kind of pick up on a few things from the old world. What you know about the old world is that it's been, every single trace of the old world that there has been is basically gone. Those traces that are left are pretty much abandoned, and they're scattered throughout ruins around the land. And anything that's left basically is broken, and it's been very hard to pick up clues. so far, and so you put two and two together and kind of think that maybe her magic is old.
Right.
So that information comes to you. So
Okay. So I guess. Now I have to roleplay this. Shit. Okay, right. I made notes. It's all good. What did he ask again? Was it just what do you know of the old world?
yes.
Okay. I don't know much about the old world, as much as it pains me to speak to you. But I do know that there's not much of it left, at the very least. All around the world, there's only scattered ruins and relics. Anything that can be done about it, pretty much untraceable. I wager that whatever is happening to Beatrix is something old, something potentially gifted to her. Maybe a sorcerer's line, I don't know, but it's something to do with the old gods potentially.
And has your sister ever had magical abilities before this point? Is she told the truth?
I don't fucking know. Like you said, I haven't seen her in years, have I? She left me behind.
And your sister kind of like basically looks at you, and she kind of has like a kind of a gloomy expression, and she's still trying to keep her composure, basically, hand on her knees, kind of thing.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, I'm not fucking through with you yet. Trust me. We're not gonna have fucking words when we're out of here. But for now, we're getting you away from him.
Once I learn these secrets, however, I have no problem selling her back to the highest bidder, aka the king of Aspecia, or not Aspecia. What is it? Thinking about it. Yeah, the king of Thessagia, like he located in Thessagia.
Yeah.
One second. Phaedros, the king of Phaedros. After that, I will be more than happy to sell her back to the highest bidder, aka the king of Phaedros.
Right, and what's to stop us from taking my sister right now, killing you, and walking out of here like nothing happened?
Well,
Didn't someone say that?
What?
No, didn't someone say that he was like really, really powerful and we shouldn't?
yes.
I don't give a shit at this point.
We're gonna
You can see-
die.
Fuck you, Elon Musk. Eat the rich.
Well, even if you were able to get past my guards and every single security guard I had at this place and burn my manor down, I don't think it would be in your benefit to have one of the largest world powers basically crumble into dust immediately. It would create instability in the government and create instability for you and your travels and your friends.
I don't care about the government.
Hey,
I don't care about anything but my sister.
Again, I kind of put one arm in front of Delilah as if to be like, hey, one sec, I got this. And I say to him again, you're not being specific. What do you need us to do?
I need you to go investigate the ruins. In particular, figure out what you can find, whatever you can figure out about this woman and her magic abilities.
Where
And
are
after
these
you're
ruins?
done, there's one in the. There are a couple in Aspecia. Others are in the Foreboding Bogs. The most of them are buried, and others are not. Although, if you noticed the fact that our world has been revealed to be hollow, this might create a bit of an issue, as some of these ruins might have to go past waves of monsters to get through.
That sounds like a
But
job we can deal with. Now, main question is, we need to take her with us. If we're supposed to be researching her, we need to take Beatrix with us.
Correct. And he says, Archmaster, in here. And he kind of, there seems to be what sort of is a like an older gentleman in kind of like long blue robes. It is a human man, and he says, and he kind of walks in. He has a long beard, weathered face, and he says, very well. And he says, and he gets Beatrix, and he says, and Arganon kind of looks at Beatrix, and he says, turn around. And Beatrix kind of like goes, and she kind of like turns her neck towards the guy, and the wizard seems to. He kind of like does some like sort of like incantation. He pulls out what seems to be a mysterious sort of orb that you have never seen before. It's kind of like pearly white in and its like its color and its sheen is very shiny, and you can see him kind of like mumbling something under his breath, and he puts the orb away. The orb kind of glows, and then he puts his hand. He takes three fingers, and he puts them on her back, and on her back you basically see an arcane symbol basically starts to reform itself, and it's kind of you see, and suddenly Beatrix starts to like basically scream out in pain. I would do it, but I don't know if I can impersonate a woman enough to scream as one. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And
a woman impersonating a woman impersonating a woman.
And you can see that as and you can see basically as this happens, you can see that Beatrix has, as she kind of turns around, she now has this like marking basically on her back as she kind of like turns her way towards back to the back of the chair. He says, "That is what's stopping you from running away from me. If you guys are able to make sure and do not do what I ask, I will kill her on the spot at any point."
What have you just done to her?
An old arcane incantation that allows me to not only spy on her and her misdoings along with you people, but I'm able to activate that at any point, and it would explode her. Now, if you want, I would request that you go and you take her and you go and you figure out this magic abilities and then deliver her back to me so she can fill out the ransom. And whenever the ransom is complete, I will remove the magical incantation. Otherwise, she will either live with it. She will either live with it or die with it.
Oh, Millie.
Sorry, I'm really trying.
That's
It's
okay.
such a dramatic moment when it goes,
I'm holding my breath.
That's okay,
it's
buddy.
okay.
So even if you were to rush me and attack me right now, your sister would die in front of you, even if you even care about her at this point.
All right, them's fighting words, my dude.
Put up your dukes, mate.
Yeah, Delilah is basically, she's seething with anger at this point. When that mark was placed onto her back, I didn't want to interrupt you, but Delilah was essentially screaming at him to stop hurting Beatrix, and I'm just gonna assume that Lyris probably held her back or something and stopped her from clawing her way over to her and punching them in the face.
But essentially, he says, "Now, I think we have a deal in progress. Are you willing to go and research this for me and then bring her back to me alive so that I may study her magic? And who knows, with this information, you may be able to save her. Do you accept?"
Well, I feel like you've left us in no other position. We
Well,
accept.
that's what a good businessman does. Figures out all possibilities and then makes sure you capitalize on them.
Well, let's say that we do a little wager. You consider yourself a betting man?
Not really, but go on.
We complete the research and bring her back safely. We get her for free. How about a toss of the coin? You call it right? Then that's the deal. You call it wrong? We'll go with the original deal.
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh.
13. You get to make the call of heads or tails.
I'm interested. Okay. As a DM, I'm interested, but I'm trying to think about what he would say.
I'm actually just.
I would have no need to take such a risk. Now, do you accept?
Well, let's make a bit more interesting then. If you call the coin toss right, sorry, if you call the coin toss wrong,
Coin toss.
Yes, coin toss.
You said coin toss.
Coin toss. If
All
you
right.
call the coin, thanks, Maria, appreciate it. No, if you call it wrong, then when we return with your research, as promised, we get her for free. If you win, however, appreciate you could probably use an extra bodyguard around here. I'll take her place.
and he kind of like goes and he kind of like basically strokes his like goatee, kind of it's kind of like extended down here to a point, and he kind of I accept.
All right. So I'm going to take out the coin of all seeing.
Right.
And show him both sides. I flip it. You call it. Now, what I'm going to do, if you don't mind, I'll kind of say now, I'll roll one in terms of heads or tails. Are you happy for me to roll d20? 0 to 10 would be tails. 11 to 20 would be heads.
And he says, when it's in the air, he says, heads.
Before I roll it, what do I see with the flip?
So you want to know which characters?
Yes, I'd like to know which characters are each color, etc.
Would you like to know what the people around you are? Like everybody?
Us as well?
Yes, so give me, so as I'm tossing it, give me Arganon, give me Beatrix, give me Wizard of Oz, and yes, because they are technically in my vision, I will have Alora and Delilah again, please.
Oh, shit.
This could be very revealing.
Oh, shit.
All right. So I'm going to message this to you now. So 1 second.
It's fine.
If it's okay, during this little moment, I'm just going to quickly like roleplay, basically, with Delilah getting really fucking mad at Lyris and hitting him hard on the arm, saying, "What do you think you're doing?
Getting his sister out here safe.
You can't just swap places with my sister."
I'm not going to be, don't worry.
I've already lost one family member. I'm not losing another.
You're not going to, just trust me here, okay?
Oh.
Lyris is just like brushing on his hair, like, yeah, fuck off, Delilah, shut up.
I'm a betting man. No.
Shut the fuck up, Delilah, I don't care.
He's been trying this whole time to get on your good side, and now...
Now he finally is. He gets like, no, I moved on, mate. Say la vie, say la vie.
So, nice weather we're having.
Saying that to Arganon, like, nice weather you got over here.
All right, Charlie, I messaged you the everything. So.
Okay.
So mute yourself and say it to the people listening and people on YouTube.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll mute myself on Discord for a second. So for those on YouTube, again, just a reminder for those that didn't know, when I flip the coin, I see auras of people that of kind of their intentions. The wizard is blue, Arganon is red, no surprise. Alora and Delilah are grey, and Beatrix is blue. All right, so I'm going to roll a d20 to see the result of the coin toss.
All right, so wait, you said that.
So I can repeat what I said, even though the roll has already happened. I said that tails was 0 to 10, and heads was 11 to 20, and I'm pretty certain you called heads. I rolled a 13, so Arganon technically wins.
Well, bye, Lyris.
You know, if you want, Charlie, you know how things are frozen in time.
Mm-hmm.
You could dink it.
Give it an extra rotation.
Perhaps.
But that's cheating.
Do it.
That's if you want to.
Yeah, do it.
So actually, just to clarify, because that's something new I didn't realize during the coin of all seeing. When, like you said before, when I flick it, like time stands still. I assumed that like time stood still for me to look around, but I couldn't like move in that time. So is it kind of like time standing still when I could like, hey?
You can. I mean, it's like you can't really like you can't exactly like freeze time and then like stab people and kill them. It's more. It's like you can interact like basically you can like poke things, I think, if you want, but like you can't really mess around with people. Just with like pretty much with like objects.
All right, well,
particularly with the
limited
coin.
movement, I guess.
Yeah.
I appreciate this is still going to be a luck thing, but okay, whilst it's in the air, then I'm not going to reach my hand because otherwise you're still going to kind of see that movement. I'm just going to kind of look at it and give it a bit of a
Okay.
Roll a luck thing.
Like, can I roll another d20 to see what the new result would be by giving it a bit of extra oomph?
Yeah, so since you're trying to get it on your side, roll disadvantage, so you have twice better chance of getting it. So since you're trying to get below 10.
I see, yeah.
So roll disadvantage.
Oh, wrong thing.
Oh shit!
You rolled that 20. All right, so 18, and then you get to roll again.
I'll get to roll again. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Hey,
there
2.
You go. All right.
Should have just flipped the coin. Should have just poked it over.
And so it goes.
Flipped a coin in real life.
And so it lands on a 2. or it lands on the it lands on Tails. Yeah. And so he says, "Very well. I'm a man who stands by his agreements, and I will agree with you. If you bring her, and you bring her back to me unharmed, and with the information about what her magic is and what it does, then I'll make sure your sister's unharmed, and I will release the spell that was put on her."
It's a deal.
Pretty sure the deal was that she'd be free and she could come away with us, but yeah, whatever.
Well, it's a wait. It was,
Yeah, so she gets it removed off her, and then
she'd be free. Yeah.
Then,
okay.
you guys can take her. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. In which case,
Very
Lyra
well.
just says it's a deal, and I kind of look around and be like, and a point is that the way out?
Where's the bathroom?
The third story window. That's a good way out, right? Yeah. I'll just jump from there. Cool. Thanks.
And you can see that Arganon kind of sits back in his chair, and he kind of puts his hands in the armrest. He says, "Go." And then as your sister kind of Beatrix stands up and goes and walks over to the three of you, and you can see that as she kind of like walks towards you guys, and she kind of like walks basically past you guys, and so you guys kind of like move aside, and she kind of like starts walking past you guys. You guys can see on her back. So you guys remember in like, this is for people that watch Game of Thrones. You guys know how like the weird like clerical people that, or like the people in the clergy kind of like carve like the thing in their face, and it kind of like bleeds a little bit. It's like the same thing on her back. It's like bleeding a little bit. It's like it's a marking basically. But yeah, with that being said, he says, "Well, chop chop, you have a mission to do."
Okay, Delilah's just gonna like spin on her heel basically and stalk out. And because she's so petty and sulky, she's gonna walk faster than Beatrix, even though she's like half her size, just so that she can leave first.
Also, just while you like, when you kind of like walk past her, Saul kind of like gets up off your hat and flies towards her and perches on her shoulder.
Yeah, fuck you, Saul. I didn't like you anyway.
But yeah, no. So what would the rest of you guys like to do at this point?
I'm going to kind of like keep standing still until Beatrix walk past me, and then kind of follow on from behind as if like I'm behind. Like clearly, Delilah is leading the way. I'm just kind of like walking behind. And I kind of like, as she walks past me, I kind of whisper to Beatrix, "Don't worry, it's gonna be okay." And then kind of turn and follow them.
All right. So, and Aurora, I assume you follow everybody out as well.
Yeah.
Nah, she just stays there.
And
Nah.
she shrugs and just walks.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. I was here for money anyway. All right, so you guys begin to walk out, and you guys pass through the hall, and you guys exit the manor, and we'll just say you guys managed to make your way outside of the manor, and you guys can see that the transport service that was there basically still kind of hanging out there in case you guys needed a ride back. He says, "Oh, you're back. I didn't think we'd see you again." And it's kind of it's the fellow you saw before.
You didn't think you see us again?
Mr. Woodway's very particular with who he lets in and out. I thought you guys were gonna die. You guys didn't look like his type.
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Look, we're here. We're still alive, I guess, thankfully. We've been asked to go to some ruins. We've got some business there. In all honesty, he didn't give us much direction, but apparently there's a couple in Vilren, if that's how you say this continent, which I still can't say apparently.
Valyrian. Wasn't it Foreboding Bogs where he said there
Well,
was
he said there was a couple of mines in Valyrian and some in Foreboding Bogs.
Oh, I thought you said Especia and Foreboding Bogs.
It was both. So there's a few.
Oh.
All right, so at this point, Beatrix kind of has like her head down and is kind of like, "I think it would be best if we didn't go to Especia first and instead went to the Foreboding Bogs, because if we can't really travel by sea, because I'm one of the most wanted people in Thessagy, our father isn't exactly one to take his losses fairly, and so he kind of wants me back. And so I think that if we were to go by ship and try and sail to the Foreboding Bogs, it would not work out well because we would be checked at checkpoints and they would see me on the boat and bring me back to father. And so I think it would be best if we go to the Foreboding Bogs, but we have to travel through the Ashenlands to do so.
And I kind of like look at her and then look at the transport and just be like, "You heard the lady. Are you going south?"
Laura's head's gonna pack up instantly when she hears Ashenland. I was expecting this. Okay. Yeah. So Laura's just gonna pack her head up and say, "No, I can't travel through the Ashenland. I can't do it."
Not even like a little.
No.
Sorry. Not even like just a little bit.
I can't go back there. I left for a reason, and I can never go back there again.
I kind of like put my hand on the shoulder of Alora and kind of look at her. We've got a way to travel. We can avoid certain places if needs be, but you've got us with you now. Be honest with us. Why can't you go there?
You don't understand. My father, he's going to kill me.
The
If I go there and he sees me, if anybody notices me, I will die.
The Ashenlands it's a big place. We can try and take side roads. We can try and avoid major cities. We're only passing through. Ideally we're not stopping. We're just going straight to the Foreboding Bogs.
It's a risk. I just don't think I can do it. I left for a reason. This is my life. And Alora sits down. Kind of,
I'm not going.
Yes, I'm not going. And yeah, she's kind of overwhelmed with the thought of having to go back there. Ew.
Like an Animal Crossing character, where, like every sentence ends with "ew."
You dig?
I turn to the taxi driver. What's your knowledge of the Ashenland?
Oh, sorry. He says, it's not really friendly to outsiders. I'll just say that now. You guys are going to be entering through territory that is pretty vicious, honestly. And I personally can't take you there. I'm mainly supposed to take people through Valyrian. So you guys are going to have to go on your own at this point. But I mean, what I can tell is that it's a place not really kind of outsiders. So you'd be best just by, unless you know what you're doing, I would say avoid the major cities or just be cautious on who you talk to.
What sort of time frame are we talking to traverse across the Ashenlands, get to the Foreboding Bogs by foot?
Getting out of Valyrian will be easy enough. It's smaller than it looks like on the map. However, it will be a bit of a challenge. You will need to go through some certain routes, and I know the forest does get thick through certain parts of the Ashland, particularly when you have to go through Brokog. So eventually, you will have to go through their capital city. Although you do have to avoid being seen, but you will need to go through Brokog and try and get through it as soon as possible because it's the easiest path to take. Any other way would be too dangerous. Foreboding Bogs themselves are easy enough to traverse, but it's pretty overgrown and no one lives there. We basically crossed it off for a reason on our maps. It's because basically everybody who goes there is basically having the death sentence. The only people that live there are like old hags who practice some magic and some stupid like fauna that are trying to kill you.
So Lyra's kind of lets out a big kind of sigh and kind of like addresses everyone, says, well, look, we need to get to the Foreboding Bogs. It's one of the two places we need to do to research, find out about this magic, and potentially get Beatrix out of here in one piece, and then finally consider what we need to do next with what we've already figured out. we've got two options. We can go through the Ashenlands on foot and kind of like looks at Alora and keep her as discreet as possible and protected as possible. Or we somehow try and find a ship and sail there and somehow keep Beatrix hidden or out of view. I'm happy to do either, but I need one of you guys to concede.
You know, I want to go on foot. I think it's the best way.
Yeah, but your life wouldn't be in risk then.
Laura, all of our lives.
At least we can travel by foot. It will be easier for us to lay low in the forest and maybe make camp more often. And that way, on ship, we wouldn't be caught at sea where there's nowhere else to go.
Laura, what about this? We'll stay off the path. Take the forest only. If and when we need to go through the capital, we'll disguise you. We'll keep you hidden, and we'll take the path of least resistance to get to Foreboding Bogs. You have my absolute word that no one will lay a finger to you, and that no one will know you're there.
Alora takes a minute to kind of process things. Fine, but you don't know my father like I do. And if he catches a glimpse of me, if anybody notices me, I will be dead. And I promise you I will be dead. He's a very powerful man.
Well, hopefully I'll never get to meet him, because we're not going to go anywhere near him. But I need you to tell me one thing, Alora. Do you know where your father is likely to be? Do you know which town? Anywhere that we need to particularly avoid?
Not off the top of my head, no.
That's fine. You know, it's been a few years. You might not know where he's gone. That's fine. Look, we're gonna stay off the beaten path. And if we do have to go into any towns or cities, you have my word. We'll disguise you. We'll do whatever we need to do that you will not be recognized. And even if the very rare occasion happens that it does, you have my word that no one will lay a finger on you. And then I kind of like say, "Isn't that right, Delilah?" And look at her. As if to be like, help me here.
Delilah is she's sort of aware of what's going on, but like her hands are sort of like she's gripping her quarterstaff really tightly and her hands are kind of shaking, and she is glaring at Beatrix right now. And Delilah just says, I'll do my best to keep Alora safe. And that's it.
I can't ensure your guys' safety either. If my father sees me with others, then he may also kill or attempt to kill you guys as well.
Sounds like all of our fathers are doing that, to be honest, Alora.
I never knew my father.
Okay. Daddy issues, am I right, Phil?
Yeah, it looks like our dad's got some competition for Father of the Year award.
Which one's worse?
Yeah.
Welcome to our contestant show of Which is the Worst Dad?
Deadliest Dad Edition.
Deadliest Dad Edition.
And with that, I then kind of again turn one last time to the taxi driver and say, What's the easiest way into the Ashenlands that's going to cause us the least amount of hassle?
Avoiding everything related to the Ashland would be the best way to avoid it, honestly. But if you're trying to traverse it, the easiest way is to go through on the pre-made paths. However, since you're trying to go the path of least like people noticing you, I would say at some points just keep an eye on like what roads lead to what, and basically when to enter the woods is really up to you. That woods are as dangerous as every part in the Ashlands. So if you enter the woods at one point, just know you're putting yourselves in more danger of being killed each time. But from the way you guys are talking, it sounds like you don't really have much of a choice either, because the cities are equal amount of death. So I would say take the paths when necessary, but use your own use your own tuition when you decide when to go on path and when to avoid it.
I feel like this is sort of like, I don't know if anybody here has seen It Chapter 2, where you've got door number 1 is like a little bit scary. Door number 2 is like pretty damn scary, and then door number 3 is, oh my god, you're gonna fucking die. Every door is just like, yeah, you're probably gonna die. To be honest, so which one's gonna be the least?
Which one's gonna less
painful?
die? Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, "Well, I'm gonna go home," and he kind of goes. And he just basically rides off without you guys.
That's 5 p.m. Sorry, guys, clocking out. Bye.
Bye. But you guys, it's starting to be at the end of the day anyway, so you guys get a chance to rest. Even though you guys have literally taken no damage at all, like all the damage that you had is now like repaired, so you guys are at full health right at this point.
Yep.
And so you guys are basically just like outside Woodway Manor. Basically, I'm assuming you guys are just gonna start walking, but it's you guys are gonna start entering some trees, because you guys are kind of like in a more open field, but with like some trees basically around you. But the more you head down paths, the more trees are going to be in your way, and so you're going to kind of
I think
get closer.
Like out of character, I think the plan of action is going to be that we're gonna follow the path. Feel free to step in if anyone disagrees with me, but we're gonna follow the actual path up until we get through the gates into the Ashenland, and then when we're in the Ashenland, that's when we're probably going to start taking, a forest path rather than the actual main path. So yeah, right now, unless anyone has anything different, we'll probably start walking south towards the border with the Ashenland.
I swear to God, if we meet my character's father, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna play this. So
we're fucked.
Ah.
Can't remember his name. Hang on.
Imagine if he's best friends with my dad. Oh my god, can you imagine that? Like they grew up together. Oh my god.
All possibilities.
No.
It's like, don't get any ideas.
No.
All right, so yeah, we start walking, I guess.
And at this point, Beatrix kind of starts to like look at Delilah, and she kind of like still has kind of like a sorry look on her, and she's kind of like still kind of like eyeing at her, and she says, "How have you been?"
You have 0.
It's like
First of all,
it's like when you ask someone, "Are you okay?" First of all.
yeah, Delilah just I mean, how far have we walked? Basically, are we still in view of Woodway Manor, or are we kind of?
You guys are.
Now,
it's starting to fade away into the distance. Plus, the tree line kind of starts to block you anyway.
Okay, cool. All right, Delilah's gonna get some shouting on.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So Delilah just immediately turns to her and say, "You have 0 fucking right to ask me how I am when you up and left me. You left me behind with our father. You know that guy who keeps trying to kill us? You know that guy? Yeah, you left me behind with him."
Listen, if given the chance, you would have done the same, and by the looks of it, looks like you did.
I had to do something I really did not want to do in order to get out of there. If you'd have just taken me with you, I wouldn't have had to have done
that. You know I can't do that. I can't provide for both of us. I can provide for myself. I can probably make food for myself.
Yet here I am rescuing you away from the world's biggest fucking capitalist.
I just rescued you from like J. Rockefeller.
I just rescued you from Jeff Bezos, god damn it.
Monk-us.
Sorry, there's a lot of internalized rage coming out here.
Listen, I'm not saying I don't appreciate it. I'm just saying it was a bit. I know why you're mad at me. I can't do anything to change it, but I will try and make it up to you.
Do you even know what I had to do to get out of there? Do you even know?
No.
No, of course you didn't, because you stopped writing. And you stopped asking about me. You
was
stopped taking
undercover.
interest in your family.
I was undercover.
I could not care less, Beatrix. Yeah, this is probably pretty awkward for Lyris and Laura. Standing there like, what the
Lyris and Laura just like, man, look at these clouds. They're awesome.
Yeah, Delilah, she's got like kind of tears in her eyes, and she says, "I had to accept the deal. I had to accept Shah. She's the only reason why I got out of there.
Why would you do that? That's suicide.
Oh, sorry. You'd rather me just stay there, trapped underground, underneath the church for the rest of my life, waiting until the moment where I'm going to be the next vessel. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, Beatrix, because all you ever do is fucking run away.
I've run away because I didn't have a choice, okay? He was going to make me the vessel, and I didn't want to be the vessel.
It's fine. Your little sister became the vessel instead. After this, we're done. You don't even have the courage to talk back to him. He hit you, and you let him. You're not my sister. You are a shell of what you used to be. And with that, she just fucking walks off, kind of crying, but it's like angry crying, you know, like.
Oh yeah, for sure. And so she kind of just like at this point she's just kind of walking, and she still has like basically the gloomy look on her expression on her face, and she's kind of she's tearing up as well, but she's kind of angry as well. So you guys both have like basically the same expression, but you're obviously trying to split up from each other. She's kind of walking. Actually, where do you want her to walk at this point? How do you guys want to like walk at this? Like, I know it's weird to ask for like walking formation, but like what does it look like when you guys are walking? Because I know you guys are walking. I know Delilah's walking like in front because she just said she was. But
Yeah.
what are the rest of you guys doing?
Where are you gonna be? Kind of sticking near me, Laura? Or are you gonna go comfort Delilah?
Oh god, Laura doesn't do comfort very well. It would be nice if she went up and was like, "It's okay," but also, can I roleplay that?
Yeah, for sure.
Probably not.
I mean, if you want to.
Just pat her lightly on the head, like, there.
Head pat.
All of the head pats, please.
He's
Also, what is Saul doing at this point as well? Is he still like with?
He was on her shoulder, but he could sense that like at this point he's honestly probably on Lyris's shoulder just because he doesn't know anywhere else to go, and because Lyris seems like the most like character who's kind of just like chilling at this point. He's the character that has like the most composure, and so he's just kind of like, yeah, I'm just gonna go over here while you guys talk about that. And so even though like the sisters are basically kind of going at each other, the Saul's basically chilling with Lyris on like his shoulder, and occasionally he'll like peck his head. It's just like peck his head a little bit, as in just kind of like I don't know, just pay attention to me kind of thing. He's very needy.
Oh yeah, I know. Trust me, I know.
Okay, I think Laura's going to drop back because she would go comfort Delilah, but the fact that we're about to go into the Ashen Land, a place where she doesn't want to go and she really, really shouldn't be there, you know, it's risking her fucking life.
Hint, wink, nudge.
Nudge.
I really don't want to meet my father, please. But yeah, so she's gonna be at the back, kind of like walking.
And Lyris, what do you want to do?
So noticing that Laura's kind of gone towards the back, I'm gonna leave Delilah to her current self. Like, I'm not gonna say anything to her in the sense of clearly she wants to be alone. Like, I'm not gonna push, but I do kind of build up the pace a little bit and be close behind her in the sense of I don't want her to be, you know, by herself or going too far ahead. So I'm kind of like the middleman. You know, like when you're on a walk with friends and you have people like that one person that's constantly making sure that no one's walking too fast or walking too slow, trying to keep everyone together. That's me. Like I'm trying to keep up with Delilah, but also kind of constantly looking back and kind of gesturing to the others to be like, hey, come on, keep up. To kind of keep us all together. So yeah, in answer to your question, it will be Delilah, then me, probably Beatrix, then Laura.
Just, you know, at this point, as you're kind of like walking, and you seem to be the most content out of everybody, annoyingly so. But and you have Saul with you, and so at this point, kind of Beatrix kind of like drops back at this point to kind of like walk shoulder to shoulder with you, and she says, "She's one of the strongest women I've ever met, you know."
I know. I've seen her in action. She saved my life a couple of times now.
She's so much more powerful than what she's ever shown you, especially now.
Oh, that's That's reassuring to hear. Knowing where we're going. My name's Laris, by the way. I don't think we've formally met.
And you kind of like look into her eyes, and
hold up my hand. Hold up my hand.
Hold out your hand. Hold out your hand. It's blue. She has very blue eyes, and like I said, kind of like platinum white hair, as it kind of described earlier. And she has like the silk dress on that she was still kind of wearing when she was at Woodway Manor, and she's still. It's kind of like a bit like it has like some like blood in the back from like her wound, but it's kind of like cleaning itself up now. And you shake her hand. She says, "Beatrix."
Nice to meet you. Now,
She gives you a decent handshake. It's not one of those like like limp, floppy. I hate those handshakes so much out of DM.
It's a job interview handshake.
Like I hate that. They're like the noodle handshake. I hate it so much. Oh my god, this is like DM speaking, not like her speaking. Oh gosh. I hate it so much.
It's just her like verbalizing it for you. Like she just talks at Lyra's going, I fucking hate handshakes like that. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Thank you. Sorry.
But no, she does like a firm handshake, and you're surprised because after like everything she's been through, you're surprised that like she has enough energy basically to kind of keep up conversation and everything.
After handshakes, I turn to her and say, now look, I'm going to be honest with you. We've got a bigger quest at foot. We needed to get you out of there. I know it might not seem it. I know it might not seem it right now, but Delilah, she was the one that made quite a fuss that we come find you and get you out. I'll be honest, it was actually her idea. I was pushing for a different direction. I'll give you the long and the short, Beatrix. There is a force that we've seen in Aspecia, an army bigger than anything you've ever seen before, and we need to raise an army against it. And that's our main goal right now. But right here and now, we need to get you out and safe. So I'll tell you now, my only concern is getting that spell off your back.
Thank you for making going out of your way for me. I really appreciate it. But no offense, but I don't think I'm even worth that much.
Believe me,
I'm sure the rest of us don't think so.
You mean a lot to Delilah, even if it might not seem it. So you mean a lot to us. Now, I must ask you, I appreciate you didn't get much chance to talk back there. I've got 2 questions. First, do you know anything about how we can remove that spell without actually going back?
Spell, from what I can tell, and I'm not really studied in the arcane, but my sister knows more than I do. Her head was always in books. I was more of kind of a cloud gazer. From what I can tell, and from what I've seen from that particular wizard, he's not really much of a. He's experienced, but I don't think that's really. I don't really think he learned it. I think he more learned how to kind of concentrate the power. I think the power is more of in the orb than in the man. I think if the orb was maybe tampered with or destroyed, then it could be removed. Or perhaps if we were to able find another source that could possibly remove the incantation, I think it'd be easier.
Okay, well, I'll say this now. If you see an easier way to get this off your back, then you let me know and we'll help you do it. Okay. Now, second, until we find such alternative route to save you, our current path is to sneeze and to say bless you.
Oh, sorry.
No, our current path is to go to the Foreboding Bogs and try and do some research apparently on your power. I mean, I'm not sure how honest you've been with that guy Arganon. Do you know much more about your power, or are you actually going to learn any more in the Foreboding Bogs? I mean, we could just say we've been there if you were just lying to him the whole time.
Currently, from what I can pick up on my power, is what he explained to you. I can't really control it, and to be honest, I don't even know where to start. I was on my own as a ship hand, and when Arganon tried to apprehend me, my power kind of kicked in, and I don't know what happened. I've never been I've never had arcane abilities up until this point. All I've known is that my father kept trying to give me the arcane abilities, but I never wanted to take them. I wanted nothing to do with the arcane, and so I was working as a ship hand, and when he tried to apprehend me, my magic kicked in. I managed to use my magic in a cone-shaped area and just managed to incapacitate and basically murder a guard in cold blood by giving him visions and rapid seizures, what seems like, and it killed him eventually. And I didn't know how to control it afterwards, and he was able to easily apprehend me. And since then, I've been trying to learn along with him. I've been trying to learn what it does and how to stop it. Because I don't even want anything to do with the arcane. I hate it.
Okay, well, hopefully we can find some answers for you along the way. Once Delilah has calmed down a bit, she might be able to help you as well. But in the meantime, trust us when I say we're your friends. And if there's anything you can tell us that's going to help us to save you and get as far away from here as we can, you let us know, okay?
Yes, thank you again for your help.
No worries. And with that, I kind of like turn forward and I go, and take your bird back. He's a bit of an annoyance occasionally, kind of like brush him off my shoulder as if to be like, go on, go with her.
Yeah, so he kind of like basically, he kind of takes a hint and he gets on your sister's shoulder, and your sister, Beatrix basically starts to kind of like, give him rubs.
Aww.
Nice to see you again. Should we make camp soon? It's getting pretty dark, and as you see, it's starting to kind of get towards like 7 o'clock. It's like, the sun is kind of set at this point. It should be. Should we try and set up camp with what we have?
Where roughly are we for the map purposes?
So roughly, you guys are right before the gates. I would say, if you were to go to like the house basically that's in Valir near the bottom, and go directly to the right of that, wherever the path first starts at kind of the intersection point.
The intersection
you guys
point.
Are basically,
okay.
You guys are basically like right there, and there's like trees around you. So he's like, could probably camp out in the tree line if we want to.
That's fine. I'm just updating the map. So for those that are watching on YouTube, we are currently by that cross section. Yes, I think camp is a good idea, and then in the morning we'll move into the Ashland Lands and start our journey through to the Foreboding Bogs. Here seems a good enough place as any.
All right, cool.
I kind of like shout ahead to the other two. Oi, you! Dolores by me. Oi, Delilah, we're camping here. Come back.
Come back.
Delilah.
The moment Charlie puts on
I'm
those
camping here.
sunglasses.
Hey, I'm camping here. This may be a weird question, but do you have any sort of weapon I can use to chop down a tree?
Chop down a tree.
We need fire, don't we?
That's very true.
And my bare
Yeah.
My boss won biceps.
I take up my long sword and I hand it over to her hilt first.
All right, well, I'll go take care of this, and you guys work out what you need to work out. I'll be getting firewood.
Yeah. Do you need a hand?
No, I got it. I fended for myself for a long time. I'll be fine.
I trust you.
Yeah, but no. See, at this point, you guys are kind of gonna need to start getting camp ready. So what will the rest of you guys like to do while she's out, basically going to get firewood?
Sulk.
Sulk.
That was gonna be my answer.
It's just two sulky 17-year-olds just sat there like, yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna kind of lay out my bedroll or whatever's left of it, because I appreciate we tore it apart ages ago.
There's one strand.
Yeah. Use it as like fold it up and make a small pillow with it. Yeah, so I'm gonna lay down my bed, take off like bits of my armor, the heavy bits, and just kind of put it down. For reference, I'm not naked. I have kind of like cloth underneath my armor. So yeah, and just kind of rest it down.
Fun fact: Lyra sleeps in the nude.
I'm gonna get some of my rations out and kind of start cooking it. Oh wait, we haven't got a campfire yet, have we? Isn't that why? We haven't got a campfire.
Yeah, no, you don't need to really cook rations. You can kind of just have them.
I'll start munching on some rations. I'll take that away from my character sheet. And kind of just chill for now.
So I was just looking at my bag super quick, and there's actually something that I've had in my bag for ages. And I haven't really known very much about it because I think it came with like the Scholars Pack or something like that, which is like one of the beginning things that you can get when you choose a character. And I have a book of lore, and I was wondering what's in there, because I don't know, maybe Delilah is probably just reading through it sulkily, like flicking pages like really.
Yeah, so
abrasively.
In your study,
yeah, I'm doing it really aggressively. Where's the index?
Essentially, with your lore book, it kind of teaches you a bit more. Like, there's some basic spells in there. Like, it kind of teaches you like some of the spells that basically were it's upon its like discovery or creation. Either way, it led to basically the victory of important battles. Like Shocking Grass led to some victories in like some old battle you don't care about between the Foreboding Bogs and the Ashland, whatever happened there. And you know that the Foreboding Bogs, whatever happened there, tribes used to live there that are part of the Ashland, but it became too dangerous to live there with the growing. It seems like as nature there started to grow more and more vicious, and so the animals there started to grow more vicious as well, and so whoever did live there became part of the Ashland essentially, and like it was like, and it was teaching some like when humans and stuff still lived in the Ashlands, Shock and Grasp and all some of the spells were important in the victory between the Foreboding Bogs and the Ashland. You see the Foreboding Bogs used to be named Ethlin. That was the name of the land before it was called the Foreboding Bogs. So for those, that's Ethlen. And it was mainly one tribe that consisted of all the area, but they found that one tribe consisting of like that big of area was kind of hard to keep, and so they started breaking up into different factions. Those factions started warring with each other, and then they're warring with Ashland at the same time, and they kind of self-destructed themselves. And so the Foreboding Bogs eventually, with whoever was left from the Foreboding Bogs war, moved to the Ashland to become assimilated into that, and the Foreboding Bogs are pretty much abandoned. And there's various other like lore, like it was. This book is fairly old, so it doesn't really mention the discovery that the world is hollow. And so basically, it doesn't really mention anything about that. It more just mentions like different like trade disputes that they had. It's a very boring book, honestly. Like you have to
reading kind of thing.
Yeah, it's more of like it's pretty like big book. I would say it's about like 300 pages, or like maybe even longer than that. It's like maybe like 700 or something like that. It's a thick book. Like and it's basically a bunch of nothing. It's like, again, it's like if you took your history textbook and brought it home and started reading it for fun. Except like it wasn't even fun. It was just like minor events that like led to nothing.
Right. Okay. Well, Delilah is leafing through that because she's feeling petty and she doesn't want to go and do, she doesn't want to go and help Beatrix with the fire, finding firewood or anything. So she's just trying to look busy, so that nobody asks her to do anything.
Yeah. And I'm guessing Alora, you're sat next to me or near me?
Yeah.
Good. All right. So Lyris is going to turn to Alora. Sorry. And it's going to be like, Alora, I really appreciate you accepting that going through the Ashen Land is our only and safest way right now. And I feel like before we cross through those gates tomorrow, the more you can tell me, the better this is gonna and easier it's gonna be for us. Now, I'm sorry to bring it up, but when we were in that realm or dream, I still don't really know what happened. The very enthusiastic skeleton dude, he said something that stuck with me just whilst we were entering that cave and the door shutting, said, "I'm sorry, but I thought it was a bit over the top." I mean, I'm sorry if I'm prying. I don't mean to be forceful at all, but it would really help if at least I knew something about what we were going into here and what potentially we might find with your father.
2 seconds.
Cue the sad music.
Dum 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 dum. And that's not sad.
That's
but it's
not
waiting.
sad.
Hey, I don't know. Some people will find Jeopardy sad.
Aw.
Just trying to find the name of my.
That is fine.
What was my dad called again?
What was the name of the man who ruined my life again? What was that?
I know his name. I'm just trying to find the name of my religion. Okay, yeah, I got it.
So after a slight bit of awkward silence, Lara says again, "Is there anything that you can tell me about what's been going on and what we can expect if we do see him?"
Well, my father he's a very powerful man. He's very high up in the religious hierarchy. He was a bishop. And he was filled with greed, hatred, and he was so dedicated to his religion, the religion that we follow, the Light Mother. And he would do terrible, terrible things, killed people as sacrifices, and just anything to appease the gods. And
Is that what he did to your sister?
something like that. Yeah. I was never allowed to speak to anybody when I was younger. I had to basically stay alone. He thought that it would make me stronger and more powerful, because all he ever really cared about was the power that he could have over other people. And then my mother gave birth to 2 twins. Hang on, what's their names? Evelyn and Dara. And one day we had to go back to the temple, where he basically made me choose between having one of my sisters killed or my mother, and I refused, and attacked one of the guards, resulting in my sister being killed in front of me. And I don't think I'll ever forget the screams of pain that I could hear. And yeah.
And was it your... I'm sorry again to pry, but was it your sister you saw during that episode in the manor?
Yeah, it was Evelyn, wearing the bracelet that we made together in secrecy of my father, because even though I wasn't allowed to see them, I used to sneak out and try to look after them, and I swore to myself that I would never let anything happen to them, and I'd kill anybody who ever hurt them. And my father was the one who ended up hurting them, and I had no choice to run. My father was going to kill me. I had to leave, and my other sister's probably still out there with him. And yeah.
Well,
Just so you know, but at this point, you guys hear the you hear a tree falling over sound in the distance.
if no one's around to hear it,
Yeah. All right, keep going.
That was hard. All I have left now is my bracelet that matched both of theirs.
well, thank you for opening up and letting me know. If although I say this now, we will do everything in our power to avoid seeing anyone to do with him. If he was to cross our paths and we just find your sister, we'll make sure we get her out safe, and we'll make sure that he pays for the crimes that he's done. But that's for another day. I appreciate your honesty with me, Alora, and hopefully we can get you through this and give you a new family.
She nods her head and she doesn't say anymore.
Are you still like going sicko mode in the book, just like reading quickly?
Yeah. When Alora started speaking, Delilah was no longer leafing through the book. She was still staring at the book, as though she was reading it, but she was not turning any more pages.
Can you roll a perception check for me just to see how much you heard?
Oh fuck!
God damn it.
Sorry, I actually. I didn't realize that was not supposed to be in my. That I thought I was in earshot of that, and that's why I said that. But I can still do that. Perception. I rolled a 16.
You heard pretty much most of it.
Sweet. Hey.
Right. Hey.
I kind of turn to Delilah and go, right, the page turner you got there.
Thanks. It's just a little bit of light bedtime reading. 700 pages.
Just time for some light reading. Like you're reading about like the War of like 1817.
Yeah, I'm reading War and Peace at the minute. Yeah, it's, yeah, it's pretty long, but don't worry, I'll have it done.
So kind of like I look towards Laura and then look back at Delilah as if to be like, "Well, you next, bless you," and say, "Well, look, whilst we're talking about it, what did you see back there? I'm guessing, by the sounds of it, your father."
I mean, well, it wasn't my father, but I suppose it was in a way. But yes, the form that the Oni took was my father.
How did you handle yours?
Pretty much the same way that I handle everything, violently. Yeah, pretty much fucking destroyed him, to be honest.
Well, look, I can tell that things are a little bit tense right now between you and your sister. Are you happy? I'm sorry that I had to take a little bit of the lead there in the manor, but I could see that there was no way we were going to get out of there with our lives intact and Beatrix without following what he asked for. I'll tell you now that my intention is not to ever have to return back to the manor. And if possible, we find a way to remove this spell from your sister and carry on with our journey, if that's what everyone agrees. But my clear objective here is to do this without any harm coming to anyone.
Delilah nods, and well, yeah, she nods and says, "Thank you. I appreciate it. And honestly, it's probably for the best that you took the lead back there. I probably would have gotten us all fucking killed."
Yeah, I would have worried more for the other guys. By the sounds of it, you're more powerful than you think.
What do you mean?
Your sister seems to know more about you than you thought. She said that your power is quite impressive.
Okay, Delilah is yeah, she's got a big frown on her face and says she doesn't know anything about what I can do.
Well, hopefully you guys can start seeing eye to eye soon. Maybe we can help all figure this out together. Anyway, I think no. Kind of noticing a bit of tension. Lyris goes.
You hear Beatrix kind of come back with a few logs as well. She's, there's more of the tree back there, but this is all I could carry for right now. And she kind of like basically sits down, kind of like sets up in a nice, neat formation. Kind of is like, can anybody light it?
I look to Laura.
Oh,
Someone
wow.
say lighting things? Well, no. I
Fireball.
have a background of fire dragons.
Perhaps.
I like how I have the ability to light fires as well, and literally no one ever asks me to do it.
Fire mage or book reader? I mean, I don't know.
Easy firebolt to say, or difficult prestidigitation.
Listen, if you want to show off, show off. Just like Raish, she's going to light it, just like prestidigitation.
Say it out loud. Prestidigitation.
Just like, all right, it's like, all right, fine, fireball. She just gets like a fireball, right? Prestidigitation.
Or just looks at it in her hand and blows it out. And it's like fire.
No, Delilah doesn't do that.
Oh man, I really wanted you to do that. But yeah.
Just looks pointedly at Beatrix.
just does like
More powerful than you think, huh?
Well, I'm going to cast firebolt onto that wood.
I'm gonna say you're gonna use like a lesser version of it, just so you don't incinerate it and like in all the grass around you. But
I didn't mean to do
now
that.
do a roll. Yeah, do it.
no, please don't. Because you roll the nat 20, she's gonna burn the forest down. No, it just
Incinerates Beatrix.
listen. Literally just like a flick of like off of like your finger, just like and it just like sends out like a mini like firebolt kind of thing.
I bet I look so cool doing it as well.
Yeah, you're awesome. You flick it, and then it takes a minute, but it catches, and then it starts to kind of create fire, and Beatrix goes and she kind of like she gets close and she tries to kind of like she's sitting about like maybe like 5 feet away from Beatrix, who's like sitting on, or not, she's sitting away from Delilah. Shut up. She's 5 feet away from Delilah. I guess it's still engulfed in her book to even barely notice, but it's up to you if you like want to look up and notice her.
No, I notice her, but I pointedly ignore her. Can start leafing through my book again, like nah.
Yeah. And she kind of just like says, "I could read. Not a really good read."
Delilah kind of she like side eyes her, but doesn't say anything. But on the side of her face that Beatrix can't see, there's a tiny little quirk of the lips, teeny tiny little smirk.
And she's like, "What? It's a boring book. I mean, I've had a lot of free time." They
Better than the sun. Sorry. Awkward.
Welcome to Top Mojo's top 10 libraries. Until you break the top 10. She says like, yeah, I raided a few libraries. I took a few of their books. I don't even think they miss them that much.
Delilah looks around and says, "You only took books?" And then she pulls out her massive fucking bag of all of the gold and silver that she stole right at the very start. That's right, I still got it.
And he kind of like looks. She kind of looks at you and she's like, "No fucking way! You robbed Dad?"
Of fucking course I robbed Dad.
Oh shit! And she kind of goes over and you kind of go and she kind of like looks at your bag. She says, "Whoa, this is so much goodness." And so, how much did you take, by the way? So this is up to you. Like, how much do you have in your bag, basically? Like, what do you have that's of value that you think Delilah would take?
So I would have taken the main chalice that would have been drunk from, a couple of stupid little candlesticks, and also a ceremonial dagger as well, which would have been used to cut the hand, and then stuff goes into the chalice. That kind of stuff.
Gross. But she kind of looks at you. She's like, "You got the chalice?" And she kind of like looks at you, and she's like, "Can I hold it or something?"
You can drink from it. You can do whatever you want with it.
She kind of like
Dad's gonna get it back.
She kind of picks it back up. She's like, "We both hated this fucking cup."
Yeah. Think about how many times we fucking bled into that thing.
Ugh, gross. She kind of just puts it back down. She says, I don't know. It's valuable, but like, ugh. Ew,
I
gross.
mean, to be fair, I stole it more for the petty points rather than for the money. I knew it'd piss him off, so
I respect it. How have you been treating my bird?
Well, you know, when he's not been pissing me off and pecking my hat, he's been all right, I guess.
He's a bastard, isn't he? Because she kind of looks at him and she kind of like looks up at him because at this point he went on your hat just because you're the one that's actually like chilling, and he kind of is like, and he kind of gives like a sideways look and he's like, yep.
Just roll my eyes at him.
For what it's worth, I know you have plenty of reason to be upset, and I understand, but I am sorry for. There's not a moment that goes by when I don't regret every single time I did it.
Well, maybe at some point, eventually in our lives, way in the future, I might forgive you. Maybe. Until then, let's get
hopefully
that
not as
spell
long
off
as
the
how
back.
Dad's been alive.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, oh, Shah.
Oh, Shar.
Oh, Shah.
Oh, gods.
Yeah.
Just as.
Oh, unholy Lord.
But she's just like, thank you, and she just kind of like goes and she just kind of walks away, and she you can see her kind of like getting the fire, and she says, I also and she kind of brings it. You see she kind of like has like a few squirrels. They're laughing at me that I was cutting down their tree, and they think I couldn't do it, so I killed them. So, but I have dinner.
Dad would be so proud, killing things so easily.
Oh goodness, I'm sad we don't have any liquor. He says, all right, I'll be able to fix this up, then we'll be able to get some rest and be on the road for tomorrow morning.
Sounds good.
Just so you know, Lyris, for the record, you did eat your rations, and so I just wanted to say you're gonna be like, I'm not hungry, and
Yeah.
everybody else gets to eat, and so she basically cooks the squirrel. Here, maybe I just want to roll a d20 see how good it is, just out of curiosity. It's 4. It's shit, but you know, she's not known for her cooking, but you know, it's edible and it gives you calories to survive. But you know, I mean, what are your reactions going to be? Are you going to act like it's good, or just like you can tell how it is?
Oh, Lord, I'm going to tell Beatrix this shit.
I'm just gonna be like, nope. Oh yeah, I had a small mouth.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have a small bit to be polite though. I mean, like it's up to you, but Aurora, do you say it's good or no?
Nah.
It's just like I've had better. She'd be like, I'm not really known for my cooking skills anyway.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, Beatrix, I know.
Well, I'm used to sleeping on the ground. It's something I know. So I mean, I might as well just get some sleep. Are we going to take shifts? Does anybody want?
I'll take first watch.
I can take second.
I'll take third.
Well,
Alrighty.
last place. Nice girls finish last.
Yeah, so you only need 3. You only need 3. You can sleep the entire night if you want.
Hey, let's go, boys.
From your temper tantrum, whoa.
My D&D character's getting more sleep than I am.
Is it bedtime for you? Would you like me to tuck you in?
All right, so everybody sleep. I guess everybody really has a bedroll except Lyris, who basically tore his up, and then we have Beatrix that just to prefer sleeping on the ground anyway. So first watch, perception check, Lyris. I mean, is there anything else you guys wanted to do before you guys went to sleep before?
I'm good.
No, I shall save that for another time.
Aurora?
No. I was trying to think of something funny to say.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. But no, your first watch, Lyris. And you don't really notice anything. It seems to be kind of a quiet evening, if anything.
I rolled a 13 for those on the podcast. I didn't get a chance to say. Okay, didn't know.
Yes. So yeah, you see what you see the fact. I mean, like you see everything around you, but there's nothing really that kind of disturbs you. Then we have Beatrix, I believe that said he was going to take seconds, so she'll roll a perception check. Let's roll with the gold dice that Brian sent me.
Very nice. Thanks, Brian.
That is going to be a 10. I'll say that nothing really kind of keeps her occupied, especially since she's kind of exhausted. The fact that her skin is literally like basically scarred now, and so she kind of has like a room basically. I don't know, even like kind of like burned into her. I guess you could say like kind of like carved into her back a little bit. And then finally we have Aurora. Aurora, I believe you have next watch.
Be perceptive.
Yeah. Just give me two seconds.
Accept the shit out of it.
if you got disadvantage, you roll natural 1.
But it was a 14.
Yeah. So just so you know, at this point, at a certain time in your watch, you kind of start to hear kind of footsteps. Kind of like thump, thump, thump. They're white footsteps, and you see kind of like walking kind of out of the forest. You see an elven kind of like peasant gentleman, and he can say, "Can you? Hey, I don't mean to pry, but can you please help me? One of my wife is severely injured over there, and I need some help over there. I need someone who's good at medical."
No.
I don't. I literally jump. 1 second. Laris is
you're not awake.
No one's awake. It's just me.
Yeah, it's just her.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, this is on her watch.
Yeah, sure. Where is she?
Whatever. I mean, like if I can help,
Sorry,
I mean,
is your wife okay?
it's like what a burden.
No, okay, sorry. Let me re-role play that. Yeah.
That's your. Sorry, let me do that again. Yeah.
Give this woman an Oscar.
Where's your wife? I'm sure I could be of some assistance.
He says, "Thank you so much," and he kind of says, "Here, follow me." And he kind of like leads you, and he says, "Over here. We're not really too far from here."
Oh, okay.
It's
like what I was saying is, I was like, don't go in the white van when the man asks you if you want some help.
Always trust a man in a big white van.
I'm getting those vibes right now, but okay. Please.
So essentially, you follow him, and then you kind of see. Here, roll another perception check for me. Oh shit! Okay,
Nice.
Natural 20. Just so you know, you see kind of like after a certain point when you start like walking, you can see that you're not really starting to head anywhere in particular, not really any clearing, and you can hear footsteps behind you. The fact that as if someone is heading the opposite direction you are, so you're heading away from the camp. You feel like there are some footsteps heading towards camp, and you hear this.
Can I look behind me?
Yeah, so you look behind you, and you start to see some kind of like shadowy figure starting to move towards the camp.
Uh-oh. Save me!
Yeah, Alora stops.
Okay.
Oh, why do I have to make the big boy decisions?
The big boy no.
Big boy pants!
Big boy pants!
Because I'm sleeping is why.
It's catching some Z's. And she's like,
Okay.
and any problem?
Yeah, I just realized I actually left I left my phone back in the No,
I think I left the stove.
You left your medical supplies.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was about to say. I left some supplies that would actually be really useful to your wife. I think we should head back really quickly.
Oh, okay. And you see he kind of turns around. Yeah, he kind of turns around and starts to kind of follow you.
Wasn't expecting that. Okay, so I guess we're doing a U-turn. Let's head back to camp.
Oh god, he just did a roll. He just did a roll.
He got a 15 to hit. Did you hit you?
Millie!
My armor class is 15.
Yeah, so he hits. You take 5 damage. He pulls out a dagger and stabs you in the back.
Ah!
Charlie reacting for you.
Ah!
Ouchies.
Oh, that was me
Ow.
sleep dreaming.
Oh no, please don't hurt me.
But no, you start, he literally just runs up and stabs you in the back while you're like, look, even though you're like high perception, you basically turn around. You start to turn around, and the moment he starts to like run towards you, and then he just jabs it right into your back.
Can I fight this man back?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
let's
So
go.
what do you want to do? After someone literally stabs you,
Fireball in his face.
fireball in his face. You have disadvantage because it's a ranged attack.
I'll pull out my dagger. I'm not gonna fireball his face. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna try and stab him back. I guess.
Yeah, roll the hit.
Oh.
Oh.
A natural 1 and a natural 20.
So you're on the left side. You actually got a natural 1, so you got a 5. So you go, and although you're he stabs you in the back, and you go and you're kind of like, mother, and you go and you pull out your dagger and swing sideways, but then he kind of ducks and like keeps behind you. And with that being said, I need everybody to roll initiative.
Everybody.
Oh, frick.
Those I don't know if you can roll like disadvantage with initiative, but you guys are asleep, so they get a surprise round.
Oh, what?
Oh,
So,
what, mate?
So let me just roll for the natural 20. And then a 6. All right, 1 second. I'm gonna go get the battle cam ready.
Sounds good.
Okay, so battle map is set up. Can I have everybody's initiative? So 25 through 20.
Yep, you have got Lyris with 20.
All right, very nice. Okay, then we have 20 through 15.
Cricket noises.
15 through 10.
I got a 14 as Delilah.
Okay.
Wait, Bunny, you haven't rolled.
Sorry.
Oh, well.
Oh. Well.
Where's that? What'd she get?
21.
Okay,
21.
so yeah.
Yeah, because she's got a +2 advantage.
It wasn't that one.
So yeah, it's 21, but it wasn't a natural. So
All right,
what, you got a 19.
I believe that's everybody. So, and then we got them, and then sorry about this, and then all right. So this round is gonna be the surprise attack round. So though because you guys are unconscious, you guys will they're basically surprise attacking you guys. So they're gonna get a surprise attack round. This guy already went, so he is basically gonna be skipped because he already basically did his action. Aurora, he got a surprise attack round, so I'm saying you don't get one this time just because you did get to try and stab him once before.
Mm-hmm.
Lyris, you're asleep. While you're asleep, Beatrix is asleep, and then it's time for them to take their turn. Most of these guys here, I'll just let the combat go as it may. The first thief. He got 16 to hit Delilah.
It hits.
Okay, and so he's gonna do 4 damage.
Okay.
Next up, we have this guy. He's gonna go strike Beatrix. Natural 20.
Oof.
And then so we're gonna take this. 4, 8. She takes 10 points of damage.
Oh shit.
He got 2d4s. He got 4 on both of them.
Wow.
And then Lyris.
Try me, bitch.
A natural 20.
Oh, that's cocked. Cocked is basically, by the way, guys, it's used for real dice. It's when your dice is kind of like, like when it's like kind of teeter-tottering between two things. Yeah. You re-roll it. That's called a cocked dice. 14.
It does not hit.
Yeah, so he actually kind of you're actually, you know what I'm gonna say? Your alert sense kind of ticked you off that something was kind of near you, or like you have some kind of like you had some sort of intuition, and so you kind of like woke up a little bit and you were able to kind of dodge out of the way quickly. And finally, we have this guy who notices your wake. And he's going to do something. 18.
That to me.
Yes, that hits. Does that hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. You take 4 damage.
Okay.
And then this guy is gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. He can't do anything. So he's gonna be there. All right, so this is everybody's turn. We're gonna go back to the thief right here, the one that's next to Aurora, and he's going to take a strike against her. That is a 16.
Yeah, it hits.
5 damage. All right, that's gonna be the end of his turn. Aurora, it is your turn once more.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna try and have to hit him with my dagger again. I don't really have.
Suppose so.
I don't really have many. Hang on, let me see if I've got any up close stuff that I could use on him, magic wise. No, that's a range attack. God damn it, that's a range attack. That's a range attack. Why is everything a range attack?
Because your magic users are really usually ranged attack, except like shock and grasp and a few others.
Yep. God damn it. Okay. I guess I'll use my dagger again.
Sounds good. Roll the hit.
14.
You hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
5.
Nice. All right. So you go, and as the guy kind of like drives dagger in your back, and he kind of hits you again. You like stab him right in the shoulder. He says, "All right, fine." And then so he's like, and he basically goes and gets ready to attack again. So that was going to be that's 5 damage. All right, noted. Weirus, it is your turn again. You're awake and you have 2 guys on you.
All right.
Both they're both peasant looking. They're both the ones that are on you are both human. They're wearing peasant clothes and they have 2 daggers.
No worries. So kind of I'm gonna stand up. And because I'm guessing this all happened at the same time, I'm not gonna necessarily know what's going on with Delilah or Beatrix. So I'm kind of gonna just shout, "Rally to me, guys!" In a very dramatic way, obviously.
Right.
And I'm going to swing. I'm trying to think of which way I've woken up. Is shove a bonus action to like kick someone away, or is that a main action?
I don't. I would say that I'm going to count that as an action in this,
Okay,
even though it's Baldur's Gate, it's not.
That's all right. That's fine. All right, I'm gonna turn to the guy that's literally closest to me. I think the one that's like in the camera, the one that's I'm gonna put my mouse on it for those looking on the. Oh, that doesn't work. Yeah, no, the one like closer
right
to Laura.
Left? This is your right. This is your left. This is your right. Just
the way we're seeing it is the one that's below me.
Okay,
from the camera's point of view.
the one that attacked Weir's on his right side. Okay, go ahead.
Yep. So I'm going to I've got here.
Just so you know, I don't know if I'm gonna let this time slide because I forgot to ask you guys, but since you guys are kind of like basically getting ready for bed, you don't really have armor on, so. And so your armor class is lowered a little bit because I'm assuming. I mean, unless you slept with it on, do you actually do that?
I probably would have slept with it on. Like I took it off just because when we were like setting up camp and just chilling, but I probably would sleep with it on for the sake of a quick morning in the start.
All right, so then never mind. I know Delilah doesn't really have like battle clothes, so I would assume it's kind of your kind of chilling. You have the same armor class and Ward does too. So it's really just you, Lyris, because you're the one with like armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's fine. So I am going to draw my 2-handed sword, and kind of as I'm drawing it, with my left hand also on the hilt, I'm going to cast Divine Smite.
Okay.
Actually, no. To be fair, I think that's something I think I'm supposed to cast it on here, but I'll cast it now anyway. Oh no. Okay, ignore what I just rolled. I forget what I'm supposed to do. Anyway, so I'm gonna draw my sword, and I'm gonna kind of, a bit like I did in a few episodes ago, as I'm drawing it, I'm kind of then gonna do a sweeping motion. So I'm kind of like, imagine hitting them, like, think for those that know Dead by Daylight, think Pyramid Head slicing upwards, with
Okay.
the two-handed sword going diagonally up against that guy.
Okay, gotcha.
So I got 10.
No, it does not hit.
Bugger.
So you kind of disoriented. You're pretty like you were kind of caught off guard. So your swing was pretty understandably missed. But yeah, it caught you by surprise.
There.
Delilah, it is your turn.
Oh my
I mean,
goodness.
is there anything you want to do at the end of your turn, Lyris? You still can like move if you want to.
Nah, it's fine. There's nothing else I can do.
All right, yeah. So then, Delilah, it's your turn.
Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that. I thought I'd get hit again. But sweet, awesome. Okay, so I'm awake. I am very much awake now. I have taken some damage and I am big angry. I was trying to relax and I am big angry. So I am going to cast Eldritch Blast on the guy who just freaking hit me.
Does your ability doesn't like so? Do you still you're still gonna have that range disadvantage, by the way, if you do that, like because I believe Eldritch Blast from up close, unless your perk from like 300 feet says otherwise. But
so it's weird. We discuss this like every time, and I always forget. The spell itself, like the basic spell, does not say anything about disadvantage.
yes, I think we
And
discussed
neither
that.
does the range. It just the Eldritch invocation that I can use now says that I can range up to 300 meters. With
Yeah,
my
so
Eldritch Blast.
I ought to keep learning, but yes,
Mhm.
no. So you would have disadvantage. So you can do it still, but you can have disadvantage from if you're standing right next to him.
Okay, and it is a D20, isn't it, to see if I hit?
Yes, and then it's D20, and then the other bonuses we talked about. So I believe it's your dexterity bonus, and then your magic spell bonus.
But you're gonna have to roll because you're doing disadvantage. You're gonna have to roll twice and take the lower number.
Right. Okay. Okay, so I rolled twice. The lowest number was an 11. Add my spell attack bonus and
You
my
hit.
charisma. Oh, okay. Well then, yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
Cool.
You don't have to bother. You just hit. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, so 1d10 force damage. I got a 7.
Nice. All right. So you go, and he basically goes, and did he hit you the first time?
Yes. So when he hit me when I was sleeping, and I think
Yeah.
it
So
full point damage.
he tried to stab you, and he stabbed you like in your side basically while you were sleeping, and then you basically at this point you honestly hopped up, and then you basically cast Eldritch Blast. How do you want to cast Eldritch Blast when you get back up?
So I am pissed because I was having a lovely fucking sleep for once. Yeah, so when I stand up, my eyes go purple. And I am mad. I am hoping that Beatrix is okay as well. And all of that emotion is kind of this will be the first time, if anybody notices it, I suppose, that people can actually see my lips going black as well, my veins on my neck and on my arms as well turning black, and my nails turning black too.
Okay. All right. So, and do you want to just cast it from your hands, or do you want to grab your staff?
I won't have time, I think, I won't have time to just use my staff, so I do a very risky cast from my hand instead.
Okay. So I'm roll. If you don't mind, Lyris, can you roll perception check for me? I just want to see if you notice the black lips and everything that's going on.
9.
She didn't get much better. She got 10. So no, nobody notices.
Okay.
Cool. I said all that for no reason. Y'all
right,
know nothing.
All right. So how much damage did you say that was? 7?
Yes.
All right. Noted. Then we go to Beatrix. Now, Beatrix, fun fact, is actually unarmed. So she just got stabbed in the middle of the night, and she has no weapon, basically. So at this point, I think she's just going to unarmed strike this guy. She's literally just going to cold cock him.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe for an unarmed strike here, let me roll. Let me see how you do an unarmed strike. Unarmed strike, fine. So you got 2 for the unarmed strike. Goodness, man. 1 second. It's 1 plus your strength modifier if you hit, so I was gonna say D20. That's a 5, and she rolled a 6. So she goes and she tries to punch him, but he basically tries to evade it. Yeah, I would say she's gonna try and grab the dagger, but since you couldn't shove the guy, Charlie, she can't grab the dagger from him. So gotta be fair in that regard.
Oh, to be fair, the guy I was gonna be shoving wasn't the guy next to her anyway.
Yeah. So that would leave everybody else. So the rest of the thieves. So we're starting with this guy next to Delilah. Natural 1.
Yay!
And then we go next to Beatrix. That is a 9. So that is all right. No, does not hit. Lyris.
Yeah, boy.
A 12.
Nope.
A 19.
Fuck.
4 damage.
All right. We're good.
So you just keep getting repeatedly stabbed. This guy's gonna move
Stab,
over.
stab, stab.
I don't even know where I guess he would go to
He moves. Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Delilah? No, because he's
that
too
guy.
far.
Sorry.
Yeah. 13 to hit Delilah.
That does hit. Yes.
3 damage.
Yep. I would, as a reaction, like to cast Hellish Rebuke on him.
Ooh, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, he has to make a dexterity saving throw of 13 or more.
This poor guy, he's gonna get killed. All right. Oh, he rolled a 13 on his dice. I'm not kidding.
For fuck's sake. Well, I mean,
It's reduced damage.
Plus 13, so maybe it's no, it's fine. So okay, I need to do 2d10, and then halve it.
Do you roll that, Rhea?
Cool. A 2.
So did you already have that, or do you have that?
She did already half it. Yeah.
I halved it. Yeah,
Okay, so
I got 2 2s.
Okay, 2.
Right. That was 3 damage that he did to me, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then then we got the one next to Aurora. Gonna go for another stab. That is a 12. Does a 12 hit?
No. Okay. I was.
Hey, there you go.
I was about to say, I actually have a. I'm not gonna use it, but I have a spell thingy that is it's called Shield, and
Okay.
I think I can use it as a reaction. So I think I can use it. That's not like if I could do it like while he's about to attack me. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so he goes to swing and he misses. So
yeah, okay, that's but I'm not going to use that yet because he didn't hit me.
Awesome.
Cool.
The rest that brings us back to. No, that was I rolled the. Never mind. That's the end. And then Aurora, back to you.
I'm gonna freaking miss him. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna keep on trying to stabby him with the dagger.
Have you've done some damage to him, right, so far?
I think I did 5.
Okay, I see. Yeah, so that is the thing. All right, I'm keeping track of the ones on my side. All right,
yeah,
making sure.
I'm just gonna stab.
Yeah, it was 5.
Oh, 20.
Okay, yep, hits.
4.
Okay, so yeah, so I just imagine you should basically shove him on the floor and just start randomly just stabbing him, basically. Or just like rapidly just start stabbing him.
Oh.
So,
yeah.
I mean, it's up to, I mean, is that what you want to do? Do you want to just
can I ask him who he is?
just start stabbing him. Who are you?
Well, I kind of want to ask him who he is, to be honest.
All right, you can do that. So you stab him, and then you ask him who he is.
Who the fuck are you? What do you want from me?
We just want your money.
Well, you can't fucking have it, bitch.
And just so you know, he drops his dagger at this point because you basically just shove him on the floor and just start stabbing like multiple times.
Oh, this is so brutal.
yeah, it is. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
Is he dead?
No.
Oh,
he's not. No, he's not.
God damn it. Nope.
All right, just making sure. Lyris, your turn.
All right, so recovering from my swing, I'm just gonna go in again. He isn't gonna say anything. Yeah, this time, so I've missed the swing on the up. I'm trying to think of how my character would be. So I've missed the swing on the up. I've now turned the sword so it's kind of being held normally, and I'm just going to go down a slash, going for kind of his left arm. Again, same
All right,
person.
fair enough. Okay, yep, got it. So for the rose, he's going to go for the one on his right side for those on the podcast.
Yeah, yeah. 19.
Hits. Roll damage.
Okay, and just say now I'm going to be using Divine Smite on this one to cast extra damage. So I'll roll my regular damage first. So 7 slashing damage.
With
2 Divine Smite.
Hey, every point counts.
It does, but it could have been much better than that.
All right. So just so you know, you slash this guy, and he drops his dagger and is gonna run. he's gonna like at this point. He drops his dagger. I'm gonna say he drops his dagger because he can't run when it's not his turn. But yes. All right. So go ahead.
As a bonus action, can I pick up that dagger and throw it to Beatrix?
No, because your bonus action was casting Divine Smite.
Oh, that's very true.
All right.
Actually,
So
wait, is that bonus action? Okay,
Yep.
carry on with the meantime.
yeah, yes, it is. Delilah, it is your turn.
Okay. I cast Eldritch Blast again.
There you go. Yeah.
And I'm going to aim for the guy who I've already done damage to, who I use for Hellish Rebuke on. So the
Right.
guy who is on my left.
How much damage
on
does
the right of the camera?
That guy, how much force damage did he take? 7?
He 2. No, so the first guy took 7, the one who hit me when I was
Yes.
sleeping, and the
Okay.
guy who hurt me, he took 4. Oh, actually,
2, right? He took 2. Yeah. All right. I'm keeping
yes,
track of
yeah,
the
he took 2.
I'm keeping track of my thieves. All right, making sure.
Okay. Well, actually, I wasn't keeping track of the thieves. So actually, I would like to aim for the original guy who I did 7 damage to.
Okay, gotcha. Go ahead.
Cool. D20. 19.
I mean, plus all your
Yep,
modifiers.
hits.
Right, plus everything. Yeah, that definitely
Did you
hits.
roll
And,
disadvantage?
oh no, 1. I got a 19 again.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So you are. I like how in the first 2 episodes, or like the first 3 episodes, you couldn't hit anything. Now you were just absolutely just slaughtering anything that gets in your way.
Yeah. It's character development, man. I'm just getting angrier and angrier.
Wow. Are you still like black?
Yes. So I'll say now, like for the duration of battle and until like I kind of calm myself down, I suppose. My lips, my fingernails, my veins will all be black, and my eyes will be glowing a very dark purple.
All right, gotcha. So that's gonna be how much damage?
3.
3. All right.
3. Cool. So overall, he's taken 10 damage.
All right. So with that being said, I like how he's just like he stabs you. You shoot him in the face, sends him back a bit. Then you shoot him again. Then he keeps going backwards. Now it's Beatrix's turn. I'm trying to think here what Beatrix would do. I think she's gonna go for another unarmed strike, I guess. Yeah.
Please don't kill my
Natural
sister.
20.
Nice.
So her strength modifier +1 plus I'm gonna times that by 2. So 6 damage. So that's 6 damage for that guy. And she basically just cold cocks him, but she hits him right under the jaw and he goes flying backwards. He gets knocked prone. All right, and that's gonna be now it's the rest of the thieves' turn. Now the one on the right side of Lyris that's been taking the beating the whole time. He dropped his dagger and he is going to run. So Lyris, that is an attack of opportunity for you. So go ahead and roll the hit.
So I am going to roll to hit, but just for reference, I'm purposely going to aim for his ankles.
Okay.
Get the tendons.
22.
You hit, so roll for damage.
11. I've done. I did 9 on him before.
Well, you kill him, so I mean, unless you aim for shit. I mean, I can like you do enough damage to kill him, but I'm assuming since you're just aiming for his ankle, you're just gonna like basically slash him. Yeah. So I would say you get close to cutting his leg off, honestly, but yeah, he's out on the ground. He's incapacitated. Yes.
But alive, yeah.
Yeah, so he can't keep fighting.
We'll deal with him later.
Yeah. Next up is going to be the thief. That's next to Delilah. He's going to run away. So Delilah, you get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, I've never had to do an attack of opportunity. Oh my goodness. So I guess I could So I can.
You can Eldritch Blast him again, but you don't get advantage. Despite how the name might sound, you don't really. It's basically just another chance to hit. So.
Okay. Well then, I'll just do that. I got a 14 plus 5 plus
disadvantage
3.
I mean, did you roll with disadvantage?
Oh no, sorry, I didn't realize that I was disadvantaged because I thought that because he's now far away, I wouldn't have.
Oh yeah, that's true. So he runs. I mean, yeah, I'll be nice. So yes, he runs away because I was gonna say technically attack of opportunity is like him when he's like right here, but I mean he's outside like 15 feet, so you get a regular shot on him. So yes, go ahead.
Okay. So I overall with all of my like attack modifiers and stuff, I got a 19.
Yep, you hit. So roll for damage.
I got 10. I got 1d10. I rolled a 10.
Awesome. So that's going to be.
Fuck that guy.
All right, so that is him. So he runs away, and he basically just keeps getting shot in the back. Just keeps running, and he keeps getting shot in the back as he's running away. There's gonna be one that's next to you that still hasn't taken any damage, or no, he has. He's taken 2 damage, but he's still gonna try and he's gonna swipe at you still. That is a 12. Does he hit with a 12?
That is my armor class, so yes, he does.
Okay, so that is going to be 6 damage.
Holy, 6 damage?
Correct.
Jesus. Okay.
All right, so
wait, so
what's up?
Sorry, my because my push to talk is a number, I was just changing my hit points and I couldn't go. I wanted to cast Hellish Rebuke on him.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
And that is right. So yeah, he needs to make the dexterity saving.
Is that a cantrip, by the way? Is there a spell?
No, it is a spell. So this will be the last of my spell slots.
All right, so go ahead. So he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
19.
Well, okay. Cool. I have to halve 2d10.
Thing is, he's not even that dexterous. He's just rolling really. He rolled 13 and he rolled 19.
Cool. I have to halve 13.
That's 6.5. Do you round up or round down?
We'll round up.
7 then.
Okay, so 7 then.
All right.
And also, nice. just for people to know, I'm on 1 hit point.
Ooh, in dire need.
Yes.
All right. Then we're going back to Beatrix, who actually no, right? Oh no, that's okay. Yeah, because we were on the thieves' turn. You were just okay. So that guy went. This guy's incapacitated. This guy can still hit Lyris. I mean, Lyris, did this guy already attack you, or did he not? The one on your left.
He has attacked me several times, but he's not actually. He's the one that hasn't landed any of his hits. No, he's attacked. He's Oh wait, sorry, not this turn. No.
Okay. That's going to be a 8 anyway, so he doesn't hit you. He goes to stab. He swings wide. He misses. And then that's going to be. We're going to go to Aurora's thief. He rolls a 18, which I believe hits, and so that's going to be 4 damage for Aurora.
Sorry, I'm here. Hello, I'm sorry.
You take 4 damage.
I forgot to cast shield. God damn it.
Well, it's not really your turn yet, but right? Or can?
No, I can take. It's a reaction.
Oh, then you can do it.
Oh yeah, well, I cast shield.
All right. So what does shield do to your character? Does it increase your armor class?
I'm pretty sure it well, I don't know what the hell.
So
it
it says, I'll read it out. It says, an invisible barrier of magic force appears and protects you. Until the start of your next turn, you have a +5 bonus to your AC, including against the triggering attack, and you take no damage from magic missile. It's one reaction when you're attacked. So basically, until her next turn, she has +5 bonus to her attack class, armor class.
All right. All right. So what's your regular armor class?
15.
So 20.
Yeah, so you got 20. So you managed to protect yourself. So he goes to stab you, block it with your shield.
That's good.
You said does that only last you said it lasts like one turn, right? So it's like basically just so you just block like one attack.
It's until the start of my next turn.
Okay, which is now, so it goes away.
Yeah.
All right, so now it's your turn. So if you entered the damage, you did not take 4 damage.
Yay! I
So
almost died. Let's go.
So you have 4 more now.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm going stabby.
All right.
19.
All right, it hits. Roll for damage.
5.
So he's still on the ground at this point.
Yeah, so you just keep stabbing him. Are you, by the way, are you still like asking him questions, or are you just gonna keep stabbing him until he's dead?
Taking my goddamn money in his mouth.
It's like, who are you? Tell me.
What's your name? What's your wife's name? What's your father's name?
All right, so Aurora, are you gonna like ask him questions, or are you just gonna keep stabbing him?
I mean, is he gonna answer my question?
I mean, yeah, he will at this point. Yes.
Well, what's your name then? Who are you? What do you want from me?
My name is Calvis. I'm just poor.
Oh, I feel kind of bad. Can I stop stabbing him?
Can you roleplay that, please? Oh, I'm so sorry.
I stopped stabbing him. All right. You stop. I mean, you still stabbed him, but this turn. But you're gonna.
Can I stop like continuously stabbing this poor man?
I mean, yeah, you stopped stabbing him. Yes.
Can I just like give him some money and he can go away? Like seriously, I'll give him like some gold. Just like go away.
Just leave me alone, dude.
All right. So what do you want to do? You're giving the thief money. All right. What do you want? What do you want to give him?
I don't know what's a lot of money. Not a lot.
Don't
Well,
ask
I
the
mean,
thief that.
I mean, he's being stabbed to death. I don't really know if his demands are too high.
How much do you want? I was just stabbing him.
What tax bracket are you in?
Should I give him? I don't know. I don't know how much gold to give him. Should I give him?
I mean, I don't really think he's asking for anything at this point. I think he's asking to walk away with his life.
I feel exactly, and I feel bad. He's just. I want to give him some money and just be like, "Here you go." Just
All right. So what do you want to give him then?
Should I give him 5 gold? Is that a lot? Okay, I'll give him 1.
Okay. All right, big spender.
I'll give him 1 bit of gold and I don't know.
A
Do
hug.
1
Yeah.
bit of gold, and I'll do
An ooh woo.
35 bits of copper.
Whew. All right. So yeah, he's a happy thief, and so he'll take his money.
But before he goes, stop randomly stabbing people, please.
Please, thank you.
He's like, well, I could say the same to you, actually. You stabbed me like 47 times.
Okay, I'm actually
28 stab wounds.
I'm gonna give him 15 bits of copper because the number that I ended up was uneven and it made me angry.
So are you still giving him like 5 gold though, or are you just giving him like copper?
1. You can have 1 gold and
1 gold and 15 copper, right?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, he takes that and he's getting ready to run away.
But if I ever see you again, and if I ever see you attempting to stab me or my friends again, I will kill you. You hear me?
Yes.
Good.
I think
Calvin or whatever your name was. Get out of here.
Fuck out of here, loser.
I think like only 1 more stab wound would have probably killed him.
Oh yeah, I can tell you, yes, it would have.
I mean, I was just basing off of like Alora's like she's neutral, so like she doesn't really want to kill like poor innocent people. He's not innocent, but
He stabbed you.
Yeah, it's like,
you have more sympathy than Lyris does.
Yeah, I know, and he's like good.
All right, Lyris, speaking of you, it is your turn.
All right, so I'm going to now turn to the guy that's to my well, on the camera here, it's to my right, but is that in front of me?
The one that's to your left, one to your character's left.
And I'm gonna start my turn by saying to him, unless you want legs like your mate, here's your one chance. Turn around, don't come back.
I'm not gonna lie, he drops his knife and he's getting ready to walk away.
If he's getting ready to walk away, then I'll let him.
All right. I mean, it's not on his turn, but you can still like stab him if you want.
Can I give him a boot as if to like get him running?
Yeah, you can kick him.
Yeah.
So
So
just do an unarmed strike for me. Just, I mean, no, I know you like, but like just do a kick for me. So what it is, all it is, it's just roll like a natural d20 and then add your strength modifier.
and by.
You fucking kill him.
To be fair, I don't think he's taken any damage yet.
Nope.
Oh my god. All right. I mean, I should be okay with my strength modifier, maybe. No, 5.
So yeah,
I rolled a 2 and I've got 3 strength.
You hit him, but like it's a tippy tap. Like you just kick him in the butt. Like you kick him in the butt a little, and he kind of starts like scurrying out a bit faster.
That's fine. That was my intention, was just to kind of get him on his way quicker.
All right, Delilah, it's your turn.
Cool. Let's fucking go. Unlike my companions, who I've not really been. Obviously, I don't really know what's going on with Allura, and I am currently enthralled with my own battle right now. I don't really know what's going on with anybody else.
It's an epic battle.
Yeah, for me, these guys who's trying to kill me, I don't really take too kindly to that.
Oh yeah.
TBH.
One of your companions would have just gave them money.
I know. If I find out about that, yeah,
I hope you realise I actually regret giving that man money. I wish I killed him, but
I mean, he's still running away. You could like kill him or something.
oh my god,
just like throw your knife at him, like
fireball him.
the shoulder blades.
I'm going.
All right, so Delilah, it's your turn. So what do you want to do? There's one guy next to you that's taking a bit of damage, but
yeah, I mean, like, how bad is he looking? Considering I kind of like I fried him with fire and also with.
I mean, he can hold it. He can hold it. Roll an insight check for me.
I got a 21.
Yeah, so the reason I asked for insight is just because like you can tell that he's injured, obviously, but I say insight because I want you to like see how he's doing, like if he believes he can win or not. And just, he's pretty disheartened. He's not exactly fighting for a noble cause. And so you can probably tell that you can like probably just tell him to piss off and he'll probably just leave.
Cool. Okay. Well, Delilah takes out her hand axe. And she
God.
she looks threateningly at him, and considering she's 4'11", it's a bit of a mean feat.
You have sharp weapons, so.
But yeah, exactly. I've quite a big axe, actually. Despite it being hand axe, it looks quite big in my hand. I have small hands.
Right.
So I look at him and I say, if you don't want me to fry you like an egg like I did your friend, I would turn away right now.
Good enough for me.
Does he leave?
Oh yeah, he's leaving. Next turn he's leaving. Beatrix is up next. She's gonna go up to him and start wailing on him more. She has advantage, so natural 1. 7. So that's gonna be a 9. I don't know. It doesn't hit, I suppose, but because she's kind of like, I don't know, she doesn't care, so she's just like swinging randomly, and he's kind of like blocking her hits basically. Not really doing anything. Now see, this is gonna be a fun round. He leaves, so Lyris, if you want to, you can get an attack of opportunity. If you wanted to kill him, you could kill him.
No, I'm gonna let him run.
This one gets up and leaves. This one leaves, so Delilah, you have an attack of opportunity if you want. Just wreck him. You can, because he's at a distance now.
Or your axe.
Yeah, I think I probably will. I'll do an Eldritch Blast on him. My intention is not to kill him, but just to really kind of frighten him.
You said that natural 20, vaporize him.
I got an 11. So overall, I got a 17.
You hit him.
Cool. Okay. I got a 9.
Yeah, so you that was a pretty beefy, that was a pretty meaty hit. You don't kill him, but he just you're kicking you're kicking him while he's down, essentially.
Oopsies.
This guy's still running away, so he's gonna probably get further away, and he's probably gonna be off screen for you guys.
Yeah,
so,
he can fuck off.
yeah, so he's leaving. And then the one that has money is going to leave. Is gonna try to leave. Oh, or you get an attack opportunity if you want to like stab him again or something.
I'll just get my money back.
Yes, yeah, you can kill him and get your money back.
Oh no! I
Pickpocket him.
If you want, you can wait for your attack opportunity. You can literally just wait till he's literally like walks out of your range, and then you can just literally like fireball him.
Oh no, that's like not even. That's mean. I give him this false hope of living.
Oh no, a robber who tried to kill you and steal your money's mean? No way.
I think. Oh fuck's sake! I know.
I think that would Alora go back on?
Yeah, this isn't you.
Promise?
Yeah, this isn't you. This is Alora. What would Alora do at this point?
She wouldn't have given him money in the first place.
Damn it!
My IRL morals came in for a second there and messed with me.
Well, in which case, snap back into reality and do what you need to do.
No.
Do what you gotta do.
Kill him.
Do it.
Okay. I want to be as a family. Okay, right.
Roll the hit.
Alora doesn't care. Let's cast Fireball at this man.
Woo, woo.
You miss.
23.
Oh my! Is that natural 20?
No, she has a
okay.
+6 on a firebolt.
All right, go ahead and roll the hit. I mean, roll for damage.
6.
You kill him.
Oh!
So you go and you shoot the firebolt in his back and you just vaporize him, and he's just like sitting on fire, and his body's kind of like slightly burning.
Yeah, fuck your wife.
Dead. He's dead. Wow, dead.
Let you live.
Wow, dead. I'm just gonna. I mean, unless you guys literally just want to like snipe people that are running away from you, I think we can end the combat. We can end combat.
I'm just gonna add my money back into my character.
All right, so everybody, yeah. So, all right, I'm gonna switch back to our regular DM setup.
No worries.
I'm so close to fucking dying.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I've got 1 hit point.
If I didn't cast shield, I would have been down. I would have had to do saving throws.
All right, so basically they all flee, and so now it's basically just the guy that we're almost like de-shinned, and now he's just like sitting on the ground, basically whimpering and kind of like bleeding.
So I'm gonna go up to him, take a knee, put one hand on his leg, and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, so roll how much you heal.
10.
His shin starts to mend itself back together, and he seems in better spirits, but he's still very panicked.
I looked at him and say, "Believe me when I say, the others in this group probably wouldn't have been as kind. You will not see this kindness again. Go. You find your friends, and you don't ever attack someone like this again. You got it?"
Mm-hmm. And he kind of like goes. He basically scurries away.
And before he does, I flip the coin.
You flip the coin.
As he's running away in slow-mo.
I have no problem seeing this with everybody there. He's blue.
All right, I let him go.
All right, yeah. So he keeps going.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
So at this point, are your black lips gone? Are they still there?
They're still there. They'll probably fade after another couple of minutes, after like the adrenaline comes down. Yeah, they'll fade after that point. So
Beatrix
I'm still like
Beatrix basically lets the guy run away as well. Just for those that didn't know, yes, they get to run away. They get to run away. So basically, they all basically just flee.
I'm the only one who killed the running man.
Yeah.
I'm such a piece of shit. You guys are here like egging me on. I wish they could see what you've put in the Discord.
It's what your character would do.
Kill him. And I'm here like
Lyris didn't say that. How rude.
Listen,
I
it's
did-
it's what your character would do. I mean, you ultimately made the decision, but I mean, I think it's what your character would do.
Yeah, and apparently, Millie, that's what you would do. Is what you'd fucking kill
Oh,
him.
yeah,
wouldn't you?
I'm
I know it. You'd
cold-blooded.
fucking murder him.
I'm a cold-blooded murderer. Like,
I mean, I don't know.
well-
Aurora's kind of a badass. I don't know why she would even. I mean, it's up to you, but you made the choice. He's dead, so you get your 1 gold and 12 copper back.
oh, Pog, let's go.
Pog. Doom,
Same
doom,
money I
doom,
had
Fucking
before.
Pega.
Doom, 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 doom. Actually, on one of the guys, they seem to actually have dropped a bag behind.
Hello there.
It was the one next to Lyris, the one that it's the bag. So Lyris, if you notice the bag, and if you want to investigate it,
I
Am
would
I
like.
back
I
at
would love to
camp yet?
investigate it.
Am I still?
there
like,
are 40 gold pieces in it.
Oh, I was about to say, am I back at camp yet?
Yeah, I'd surely be
am
back
I
here.
with the rest? Did I walk back?
Yeah, so you can just walk back.
Alright,
You've been stabbed like 3-4 times, but you keep on keeping on.
All right, before I do anything with the gold, I kind of like put my hands out towards directly towards Allura and Delilah and go, you know the drill.
Yes. No.
Oh,
I used to-
Lyris and Allura, you both noticed the black lips.
Like,
If you would like to say something, that's up to you. If
I won't
not,
say something
that's
now,
Also,
no.
that's also up to you.
I'll just put my hand and say, guys, you know what to do.
Can I kiss him? Can I kiss them lips with y'all's girl? They look succulent.
You know what it's like when you go from like 1 to 10. Yeah, it's one from 1 from 1 to 10.
It's fine.
Can I make a sort of well, Ria? When I look at you, what does your character look like after that fight?
Well, once again, I'm on 1 hit point.
Well, what I was
So
asking
am-
there is normally I would just say how beat up is your character rather than hit points, but
Yeah. So I am covered in blood, basically. I have blood. I have blood everywhere. I'm more blood than person at this point. I'm kind of like limping a little bit. I'm breathing. My breathing is very, very shallow. And did you want me to describe like the black stuff
No,
again,
no,
or is
I
it
just
like
want
you
to know
just
how
want to
it-
know my condition?
without sounding too meta.
Just so
from
you know,
what I've seen, it's not. Sorry, Dora. It's not standard to know hit points, so we should never really know that you're on 1 hit point.
Right.
So it's supposed to be like, oh, I can see you're more injured.
Okay.
Just
well,
Delilah, you do see him look at you see your sister look at you, and she notices the lips as well. That doesn't say anything.
Go fuck herself. No.
That does not say anything. However,
Laura, when Lyra looks at you, how are you looking?
Me, I mean, I've got a pretty big stab wound in my back.
a few actually.
A few.
I've got a great big hole in my spine.
All right. Well, lads, I'm guessing you guys both take my hands.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I cast Lay on Hands, and I just give 5 to both of them.
Oh,
Yay.
thanks.
Awesome. So, with that being said, Delilah basically, or not Delilah, Beatrix basically says, "Well, I'm awake, so I don't know about you guys. I don't know if I can go back to sleep."
I mean, I could use a short rest.
Yeah, would be nice.
Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of wrong.
Well, how about this, Beatrix? How about this? Look, I don't know about you, but in that fight, I could use another rest. If you don't mind taking the final watch, let's all have a nice lay in and get moving once we've rested up a little bit.
These jokes are getting worse for me. It's just worse every episode. Basically, yeah. So you guys basically all take rest. You guys take a short rest. I'm gonna say Beatrix does 2, but she doesn't tell you guys. So she is.
For a short rest, how many hit points did you get? Is it one of your hit dice?
Yeah, you have to like roll how much hit dice you want to use to recover.
Oh, can you choose up to the maximum you got?
Yeah, so I believe you guys. Does it say like 2 and then D something?
Yeah,
for your hit dice?
2d10. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can roll both of them. You could say 2. You can say I want to roll 2d10 right now, or you can say I want to roll 1d10 right now,
And then
and then I want to roll another d10 later on if you need it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna roll 1d10. Nice.
Yeah,
Got
so
exactly what I needed. I got an 8.
You guys all recover exactly what you rolled. And Beatrix Beatrix recovers a 4. But yeah, with that being said, you guys get a kind of an early start. All things considered, there are some bodies laying around you. You guys sleep soundly more now than you did than you would have before, I guess, or no less so. But so yeah, but you guys, it's like Beatrix is basically like, well, no, we have to go.
Wait, what'd you say? Sorry.
Don't we have to go?
Oh right, yeah. Yep. Let's let's start making some progress south.
So crows and wakes up Delilah.
Sorry, I was genuinely mid yawn there.
Just Eldritch Blast all.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little bit grumpy waking up again. Someone shoving me awake. Well, I suppose I prefer somebody shoving me awake rather than stabbing me awake. You know,
Aurora,
there is a preference.
Yeah, for sure. Aurora, do you get waken up by Saul, or do you automatically wake up yourself?
I automatically wake up myself.
Yeah. So, but yes, Delilah, you sleep less well than you did before, but yeah. So you guys all like, well, I guess we should start going.
Fucking bird.
And so I'm gonna, for the sake of brevity, you guys basically head on your way there. It's a standard security checkpoint. You guys, first, real quick, I'm gonna say here. Let's roll a. Okay, so no, we're gonna go through this. So you guys start to come upon the checkpoint, and you guys notice that in Valyrian, there's a kind of a drow checkpoint up ahead. It's usually to protect against the Ashen Land and make sure they don't invade, and they have some sort of defense. There's a couple of guards there.
Oh.
So what would you guys like to do?
Uh-oh.
Is this gonna be bad for Alora? Because I don't know if she's gonna get noticed, and I don't want anything to happen.
So, as we get there, we're traveling just on foot, aren't we?
Yes.
I kind of get Alora and kind of push her a little bit behind me, just to be like, yeah, stand behind me, sort of deal. And sorry, describe it. Is it just like you can walk through, or are they like gates? Do we have to speak to them, or can we just try walking through?
You have to speak to them.
Alrighty. So I will kind of, as we're getting close, kind of hail, and be like, "Hello, hello there.
Hello.
We're just passing through. We've been set on a mission by Mr. Woodway. You know the guy."
He kind of looks and he says, "Yes, we are. What's your business?"
It's a secret, I'm afraid. We just need to pass through the Ashen Land. You can speak to Arganon if you need the details, but he said that we couldn't tell anyone.
Make a persuasion check.
23.
Yep, he believes you. Fair enough. We'll speak with Mr. Woodway later to confirm this.
Thank
you guys went through.
Very nice.
Let's go.
I like the confidence of which you said 23.
23. Natural 1.
This is where Drybones is like, yeah, that fails.
That fails.
Sorry, you needed a 25, actually.
All right. So, moving on, you guys move past the gates, and you guys move into what seems to be. You guys get past the gate a little bit, and you guys see what the Asherland. And trust me, it is a bit overgrown on both sides of the path, and you can see that it's gonna be rough traveling through this terrain. But I mean, you have to make a choice. I would like to say, at this point, you guys see that you guys hear footsteps start to approach from behind you. So towards the gate, you guys see that someone's kind of approaching the gate themselves. And it's a guard that's kind of panting, and he runs. Actually, no, he runs past you guys, not behind you guys. He runs past you guys. He says, "Move." Do you guys move? You guys step aside.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. I'm not gonna get his
Yes.
I guess reluctantly, but yeah.
Yeah, so he kind of like moves and he says, they declared war. They declared war. And he says, calm down, Geralt. What do you say? He says, Failgon, they declared war. They declared war against the Ashenlands. They did it. And he says, wait, what? He says, the Steelfist Legion leader, Jalen Shadow, on behalf of all Failgon, declared war against the Ashenlands for the death of Arthur Widowstead, one of their higher-ups in the Steelfist Legion. Do we meet this guy? Do we know him? Listen, they declared war. What do we do? Okay. And the guards are like, fuck, not another war. What do they say? And they say, listen, the Half-Claw tribe, the largest in the Ashlands, they denied that our nation had anything to do with the death of Arthur, but anything to do with their representative. But the Legion says that the Legion says they're going to continue with their actions. We entered war. And the guy's like, fuck, I thought we were past this. He says, all right, we'll notify Valyrian and the heads there. All right. Notify the king. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh,
I'm just sitting here going, is that the same Arthur that we killed?
I think so.
Well, shit.
Yeah, well, he was an asshole anyway.
Well,
Good riddance. Bye, Felgon. We're not going there. Fuck that shit.
Heck, I'm out.
Yeah.
I mean, by the
What was
looks of it, they're coming to us. Anyway,
Oh, heck.
the
heck.
Dungeons and Chickens episode 7.
Poggers.
Episode 7. Next time, we will see where we pick up from this epic cliffhanger.
Oh, snap.
Oh,
All right,
snap.
guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode. We love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and we appreciate every single person who's been sticking through, and we really enjoy making this. We're having so much fun, and we can't wait to go and just play more, honestly. We should play for a few more hours, but love you guys so much, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Later, guys.
Bye-bye.
Hello.